The following content contains adult language and humor that is not suitable for viewers under the age of 18. Viewer discretion is strongly advised. The views and opinions expressed during the following video content are those of the individual and may not reflect those of others. Thank you.
This is Patrick Stewart, and I always watch Pop Talk with Pacific414. Make it so.
Oh my God, who the hell cares?
Cash Money can put his change in my piggy bank any day.
Big man authority!
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome one and all to this Sunday edition of Pacific414 Pop Talk, along with Cash Money 007, Baron Oren Tag. I'm your host, Mike, and this afternoon, this morning, this evening, depending on where you're located, we have a few articles that we are going to be discussing. We are also going to be showing a couple of trailers, and at some point, when it's updated, we will be showing the weekend box office. But before we get into that, gentlemen, how are you doing?
Pretty good.
Is it morning yet? Are we on the air? Oh, hi everybody.
Yeah.
How you doing out there?
Yeah, man.
Sorry. Just got up off the keyboard, my keyboard with my pillow, and it was, had a good sleep there.
Did Mouse try to eat you again?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, little girl did.
Little girl tried to eat you? Okay.
Yeah. I gave them soft food the other day, and they didn't like the soft food, so it's like, we're going to eat that or else. And Mouse finally ate his, and little girl just kept looking at me and looking at me and licking her chops and looking at me. It's like, oh, you shit.
This isn't what I want, Dad.
Yeah.
I don't like this wet food.
Wet cat turns down wet food. I honestly
apparently little girl.
Oh well.
I know my sister's cat doesn't turn down wet food. He won't turn down any food you put in front of his face.
Oh, my cats are picky. Oh, they are picky. My Mouse doesn't like treats. Little girl does. Yeah.
Wow.
They both like catnip. I had a cat that didn't like catnip. I mean, it's like, you cats are weird. You're really weird. Dogs are at least simple.
True. Cats can be high maintenance.
Oh, yeah.
That is for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, they look at you like they're superior.
Always.
Oh, all the time.
Human, off the chair, grab my food and feed me.
Yep, there you go. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So are you gentlemen ready to discuss a few articles today?
Yes.
No, I guess that's what we're here for, isn't it?
I think so.
It
Yeah,
is
I mean, there's that talk about TV shows, so we should spend the entire time talking about a certain TV show. Huh? No. Just kidding. I kid because I laugh.
No. I've heard. I'm putting my foot down on this. I've heard enough about the Acolyte. I am not talking about the Acolyte.
I was talking about the 70s series Quark.
Sure you were, Baron. Sure you were.
I don't believe it.
So before we get into this article, I do want to say hello to the Pat Wannabe. Says his female pit bull for some reason doesn't like beef flavor as much as chicken.
Maybe because the pit bull was trained to be a chicken fighter instead of no, never mind. You got a cockfight going, you bring a pit bull. Oh, I'm sorry. Is that sensitive? I'm sorry. I'm so very, very sorry. But I think he'd win.
I had a cat who didn't like tuna. Believe it or not.
Ah. Did you have
she
a
would
vegan
never
cat?
eat it. No. She liked beef, but she didn't like tuna.
No seafood at all, huh? Because sometimes you have salmon and any seafood or just tuna.
No, she didn't like tuna. She didn't like salmon. She didn't like anything that had fish in it.
Oh wow! It's like she wants to go for the big cat. She wants to go for Bossy. I got you. Get off my udder.
What are we gonna do with him, Cash?
I don't know.
We're only a few minutes into the show.
I don't know, bro.
I try.
So let's go ahead and get into this article by Spencer Bakuli on Bounding the Comics. This was posted on June 19th, and it says Doctor Who actress Alex Kingston decrees cancel culture. I don't think people realize how dangerous canceling people is. Like most sane individuals in the world, actress Alex Kingston is both absolutely fed up with and ready to move past the entire unforgiving concept of cancel culture.
Wow.
Kingston, who readers may recognize as having played River Song in Doctor Who and Dinah Lance in Arrow, offered her criticism of cancel culture during a recent interview to UK news outlet The Telegraph. She was also on ER, if I recall correctly.
Oh,
really?
I didn't know that. Okay.
In promotion of her upcoming appearance in Douglas is Cancelled, an ITV drama in which its titular news anchor finds himself under fire from society after making an off-color joke while on air.
Oh yeah, I heard about that show.
Sort of fantastic, really, she added. I don't think people realize how dangerous canceling people is. What that has meant historically.
Yeah.
Expanding on her viewpoint, Kingston continued, my generation is treading on eggshells, not knowing whether what you say will unintentionally hurt somebody. I get really confused about pronouns, for instance. I'm just not confident with how and when to use them.
Well, I don't blame her. You go out there,
It's-
you accidentally misgender somebody, they go off on you like an
It's
ape
weird
on
because
crack.
it's more on the online or even like you hear in voice chat. But the funny thing is you think maybe some areas they do this, but
Oh yeah.
people even at the grocery store, they're not going to come up to you and say, this is my pronouns just because. And now maybe some people would in other areas. I don't know. In this area, I've never seen that, but
Well,
it would be
surprised.
funny to me. I know, right?
Oh, that's right, though. You're up in the Beverly Hills there, so you wouldn't have to have that worry.
No,
But
Well, I'm close
honestly,
to Beverly Hills,
you
not
got
like
them
that.
coming up. Like when I was working in retail and such like that, they
Yeah.
they walk up and the multicolor vomit hair, and then they all the buttons on there, including their pronoun button
Right.
and stuff like that. And I think what it comes down to is the ones that are really pissy are the ones that are seeking attention. That makes such
Of
a
course,
big
of
deal
course.
about it.
They need it. And
Right.
that's
And
yes.
you mean the narcissist.
Right.
Just like the ma'am thing with GameStop, that whole thing. It's
Oh, that guy went in there to try to make a point.
Of course.
And cause a problem.
Of
It's
course
all
he
about
did.
me. Yeah.
Of course.
Mm-hmm.
He wanted to become famous.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Pull out the phone and I'm on TikTok or social media and look at what these people have done to me. Bullshit. Yeah.
Oh yeah. The moment they pull out those phones, it's when you start laughing at them.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't realize that they got phones on them.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, it's a two-way street.
Yep.
Yeah.
They forget that.
article goes on to say there is no empathy or sympathy. Opinions are immediate and black and white. She ultimately concluded of her thoughts. I hope we all start coming back to a place where people can be kinder to each other, both in thinking about what they're going to say and hearing what's being said. I sorry, I don't think we are. I think it's just going to get worse.
Yeah, I
It's
think
gonna get
so
worse
too.
until it finally hits that wall.
Right,
Until it hits that wall.
exactly.
And we're about there. We're about there because people are fed up with it. I've been noticing that this Pride Month right now, just a backlash. And it's not from the quote unquote cis people.
Right,
It's
and
from
it's
the
right,
LGB community
and
that is
things
going
are
after
not
it.
as crazy as they were last year, which is saying something as well. So there's still some craziness going on, but it's not as craziness
Oh yeah.
at stadiums or anything like that. Like there was some serious craziness last year. Yeah, there was something, of course, outside of the stadium. There's still some of that nonsense going on with bathrooms and stuff, but still, even at the White House, remember all the craziness that happened
Oh
last
yeah.
year? Yeah, you didn't see
Yeah.
that this year. No.
No, thank God. Yeah, I
Mhm.
mean,
And hello to Phil, who says, "Hi, Mike. Hope you have a good stream. Praying you make it through with those two knuckleheads. Let's go, Team Epic Phil. We went 3 for 1 Friday, Phil. 3 for 1. That's not failure."
I blame my daughter for the last one.
Yeah, she did fall, but it's okay.
I don't know why she ran straight that way and did a jump over. It's like it wasn't a fall. It was like, oh, I'm gonna get them.
Yeah.
It's like, what are you doing? We're supposed to go this way. If we gone that way, we won. Yes, I'm calling you out. I'm throwing you under the bus. You're my
Well,
daughter.
I even said it on stream. I even said it on stream, Barrett. How bad is it when you got another player who out rambles the guy who usually rambles it?
Yep, exactly. I still love you. I still love you, my little girl. But still. Ugh.
Yeah, that got weird at the end. It was like we almost had it completed. We'll get it.
It was that explosion. I don't know
Yes,
where
I
it came from
know.
in the game,
I
but
don't
that
know.
explosion did
I
us
have
in.
no idea.
Yeah, I mean, I heard
did.
the beep, 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 like it was some sort of device going off, but I don't know what it was. It wasn't one of those green blobs, but I don't know.
I guess maybe it was, and it just came at us quickly. I don't know. It was weird.
Yeah. Goes on to say, to this end, Kingston then addressed the ever-growing discourse around the concept of authentic casting, i.e. casting actors in a role based on whether or not they share the exact immutable personal traits as given character, and shared our hope that society can reach a balance where parts are open, potentially to everybody, but within the right context. Sometimes, if you want to be historically accurate, you've got to face the reality of what that would have meant in casting terms, said the Doctor Who staple. People should be allowed to explore roles they would not have been able to explore before, and also not be deprived of roles or even of writing roles because they don't actually physically apply to them. We need to be sensible, fertile middle ground. And while not related to the concept of cancel culture per se, later on in the interview, Kingston was notably pressed for her thoughts on Doctor Who's current Series 14, as penned by Russell T Davies and led by actor Nakuti Gatwa.
Okay.
Unfortunately for the curious, rather than having anything specific to say about the run, either good or bad, the actress instead admitted, "I've been too busy to watch anything that needs my focus and attention. I'm behind Nakuti and the whole new world of Disney Plus," she said. "The fans will bring me up to date, no doubt." And by the looks of the series' current ratings, she's not alone in her thus far disinterest in the current run of Doctor Who. She's not saying that she's not interested in it. She's just saying she doesn't have time for it. Get it right, Spencer.
But still, it kind of seemed like a little bit of a lackluster endorsement.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Briz.
Yeah.
Hey, Priz.
How
What's
you
up,
doing,
man?
Prismatics?
But I mean, no.
Go ahead, Baron. Go ahead. Good.
Oh, was there anything more to finish this article off before?
Just a small little paragraph here.
Okay, go ahead. Finish that one.
The season finale of Doctor Who Empire of Death is currently set to close out Gatwa's first proper outing as a titular Time Lord on June 22nd. So that was yesterday.
Yay. Darn, I missed it.
I haven't been interested in Doctor Who ever since I saw the first episode with Jodie Whittaker.
Yeah.
I haven't when all that interested when Dave Tennant took over. I don't mean to be cruel or anything, but he never grabbed me as the Doctor. And I tried watching, honestly, I really tried. It's like, oh, okay. Well, obviously he likes the Peter Davison and it's that younger one, and but it didn't grab me. Matt Smith didn't grab me. Peter Capaldi, but unfortunately he had such crappy stories.
Well, I was going to say you can blame Stephen Moffat on that.
Yeah,
I liked him as a Doctor. I don't remember the stories too well, unfortunately.
Well,
but
yeah, that's just it. I wanted
a Doctor. Yeah,
I wanted so much from him. Oh yeah, I mean, and I know he did. Yeah, I know he delivered, but unfortunately, everybody else failed. And of course, there's no way, and it's not necessarily because she's a female. Jodie, is how they brought her in, the arrogance they brought her in, the insulting they did, and her inability to act. She only had one face, and that was like Biden pinching a loaf on a stage. It's like,
I mean,
that's all you got for emotion. Are you emoting?
Her, as she said, immutable, personal traits is given character and share her hopes that society can reach a balance where parts are open. I mean, this is just should be common sense. I just read that again because this should just be common sense with these people.
It should be common sense, but I also look at it this way: if you're gonna make a historical miniseries or documentary series or even a movie, then cast it appropriately.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Right. No problem at that. No problem with that. And no, when it comes around to it, is we don't necessarily have a cancel culture. It's a selective cancel culture.
Yes.
In other words, you have two people. One that's basically this is your guy, man. He follows goose step with everything we say, and he says some of the most untoward things out there, and they get a pass. But then you got someone that's not goose stepping with you, and they make a comment which is factually and everything right, and they cancel you.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
When it's like, excuse me, basically the only thing that should cancel somebody out in this industry or such is basically if they've gone out there and done a nasty crime, whether it is the CP stuff, whether it's murder, all across that line. Of course, they should be canceled out. We don't need those people on stage and doing this with us. I mean, Eddie Murphy got caught in the car with a transsexual. Okay, no problem. Let's laugh it off, and there's going to be, it's like, yeah, I know it's a crime, prostitution, blah, blah, blah. But who cares? I mean, okay, that's the life of the Hollywood that we can laugh at.
Right.
But, when you have Robert Blake and all the others, and it's like, no. That's where it cancels. But the proper culture cancel is your viewership and your wallet. If you don't like it, don't go see it. It's not like we're organizing anything here, are we? We're not telling people not to watch Star Wars, not to watch Doctor Who, not to watch.
You want to know something? If someone wants to spend their hard-earned money and subscribe to Disney Plus to watch The Acolyte and Star Wars, well, that is Star Wars. Sorry, Doctor Who.
Mm-hmm.
Let them. It's their money.
That's right. It's their money.
Exactly.
Yes.
And go forward, but don't get upset because I'm not doing it.
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
And don't get upset because I give you reasons why I don't like it. That's beyond your bumper sticker logic, which is not really logical. It's just a couple of little words that make you feel, see, I care. Give hugs, not bombs and shit like that. No. I mean, No, if someone gives a reason why, don't get pissy with them and get into the name calling. Oh, you're a gatekeeper. You're an ist. You're a phobe. You're a cis. You're an incel. All that stuff. Well, I haven't been an incel for 40 years or so. I mean, for crying out loud. And back then, it's because I was still, in my early mid-teens. But as it goes, is no. Just because someone doesn't want to glom onto what you're liking or not liking how it's going, well, you say one thing. You say, well, fine, it's not for you. We don't want you. And then they start screaming, well, why aren't you watching it? Listen, I'm not Schrodinger's cat. That box is open. I'm gone. There's no dead cat in there.
Right.
I mean, even that acolyte actress who made that music video about the quote unquote racists and haters. It's like, why don't you just do what Disney paid you to do, and that's act? Forget about the people that hate the show. Forget about the people that like the show. Just go on with your life.
Yeah.
How do you know Disney didn't pay her to do this?
I'm not saying they didn't. I'm not saying they didn't. I'm not saying they did. I'm not saying they didn't.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, live your life. Just do it.
Right. But she's made it a career even before this show to go out there and assault, particularly white straight men.
Yet her father is a white man. And from what I've heard, her boyfriend is a white man. So hypocrite.
Much lately? Yeah. I mean, first you're a mix, just like most of us in the United States are a mix of something. Welcome to land of Heinz 57. But you talk one way, but yet you're betraying and insulting and slapping the others. How can you have a white boyfriend? Then how can you even stand? And the fact is also, she wasn't poor.
No,
just like AOC.
No, her father was well-to-do. Her mother was well-to-do.
Yeah. Isn't it amazing how these people that have a silver spoon in their mouth come down from on high, pretend that they were some impoverished whatever that had everything going against it, and then basically fool everybody, and not think we don't check this stuff up.
Right.
Well, so, I mean, they come on down high from their ivory towers and preach to us, the common person who actually is out there. And so, no, you don't speak for me. You don't speak for anybody who watches this or any other channel. We speak for ourselves.
That's right.
But you're not talking for all the blacks out there. Each one is an individual person, aren't they? How can you dare say you're speaking for all of them? It's not like you're the emperor coming down saying, I am all the Sith. I am all the black. It's like, no, you can't do that. And it's insulting, and it is all the way across the board doing so. And again, my cancel culture is a personal. Again, I'm not going to encourage anybody not to watch something unless it's absolutely truly and vile, like that certain little movie they had on Netflix. That I would tell people, don't watch.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, I don't know which one you're talking about.
Right, I'm sure everybody does know, but because that's criminal. Watching that is criminal.
Yeah, in
more ways than one. So, I mean, like I said, if it doesn't break laws, real laws, that is, if it doesn't involve, the person's involved isn't doing nefarious, nasty things. I mean, Jeffrey Jones, as great of an actor, as much as I love the man, look what he got in trouble with. It's like, yeah, I mean, he shouldn't be back in Hollywood. I'm sorry.
No.
I thought he was a perfect character actor. I mean, Beetlejuice, right there, right off the bat, because we're talking about Beetlejuice too.
Yes.
Yeah, we were talking about it backstage.
Yeah. Sometimes I forget what's backstage and what's front stage. But no, I mean, Howard the Duck, he was great, and Howard the Duck is, despite what anybody says about that movie, he was still good. Amadeus, he was good. He was great.
He was great. Amadeus, yeah.
But then you had that little thing come across, and he said, yes, he did it. And it's like, I'm sorry, man. Yeah. You're out of here.
Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He's great in that.
Yeah, he was. Absolutely was.
Well, let's not forget our esteemed Captain Decker from Star Trek: The Motion Picture.
Yeah.
Stephen Collins, right?
Yeah.
Look at all
I
the
haven't forgotten about Stephen Collins.
no,
What
I'm
he
sure.
did, and now that
Mhm.
his career is pretty much down the toilet.
His wife, everything. Yeah, I mean, look at it. He was in that The Legend of the Gold Monkey, which was actually a pretty damn good show. Only lasted a season. Seventh Heaven, when he was going through that, he was married to, I can't remember what her name is, but she was in the V miniseries and television series. Really cute blonde too. And she finds out, it's like up
Catherine Hicks.
road.
Catherine Hicks.
No, not Catherine Hicks. Catherine Hicks was on
No,
Seventh Heaven.
not Catherine. Catherine Hicks was on Seventh Heaven with Stephen Collins.
Yeah, but I'm talking about his real wife. His real wife was the blonde scientist in the V series.
I don't know who she is. I don't.
Just a second, I can find out
because I didn't watch the V series. So
what? I'm canceling you. How can you? I'm
okay. Canceled.
Faye Grant is her name, by the way. And yeah, if you get to me, you should see V, man. Mark Singer, Faye Grant, Michael Ironside. You have Robert Englund as Willie, the kind-hearted alien. Jane you gotta watch that miniseries, man. Come on, man. Oh. But yeah, she was married to him, and needless to say, he kicked him out, you might say. So he lost a very beautiful wife. She still is very beautiful.
Whoa, you can't blame her, can you?
Not at all. And if she's hearing me, it's like, I can be on the market for you if you want. Just letting it out there. Oh, you need to see V, man. V and V the Final. All right. Forget the TV show. Forget the TV show. Don't watch the TV show. That sucks. V and V the Final Battle. Great miniseries.
All right. I'll check them out. I don't know when, but I'll check them out. I promise you.
Yeah. No problem. Sorry, I'm coming down off the soapbox now. I have made my sermon. Go in peace. Amen.
Well, maybe we can go in peace after we look at this trailer, and because we have this article from Superhero Hype by Brandon Shore. It was posted on the 20th, and it says Batman Caped Crusader video reveals Hamish Linklater's Dark Knight voice. A new video for Batman Caped Crusader previews Hamish. I said Hamish before, but it's Hamish.
Yeah, Hamish. You got it.
Yeah. I know I screwed up. That's it. That's an E1.
It's all good, man. We're here to help you.
Shut up, Cash.
I'm serious. Baron would say the same thing. Yes.
On X, Prime Video released a video that sees Linklater, who was voicing the Dark Knight in the upcoming DC series, reveal the cast for the forthcoming animated series. The list of names includes McKenna Grace, Toby Stevens, Reed Scott, Dan Donahue, Gary Anthony Williams, Jason Watkins, John DiMaggio. Oh, good. Batman can bite his shiny metal ass.
That's right.
Yep, there we go.
Crystal Joy Brown, Michelle C. Bonilla, Eric Morgan Stewart, Tom Kenny, Minnie Driver.
Is it going to be
Diedrich Bader?
To be a villain?
I don't know.
Maybe. Diedrich Bader, Jamie Chung, and Christina Ricci. That's actually a pretty good cast.
Yeah. It is. Yep.
So now that he's gone, who's going to play? Never mind. I forgot the name of the superhero.
We're gonna find out. We're gonna find out. We got some information here. We got some
Baron wants to get.
Hold on, Baron. Hold on.
Like,
no, I'm not talking about this. I'm talking about SpongeBob. Ernest Borgnine played him.
Ernest Borgnine.
Barnacle
Boy, and
Mermaid Man.
Mermaid Man, right?
Now, who plays Mermaid Man? Who plays Barnacle Boy? If we're gonna have SpongeBob in there, that's all I want to know.
Ernest Borgnine played
Mermaid Man.
I think, if I remember correctly.
That's what I said. Do you listen to the show?
No, he doesn't listen
But
to the show.
I was trying.
You should know that by now.
I do, but I'm saying I was trying to remember which one played the one, so I was just
Yeah,
confirming that.
yeah. Ernest Borgnine was Mermaid Man. Tim Conway was Barnacle Boy.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, those were great characters, man. Great. That was
great.
It says, according to Vanity Fair, Harley Quinn will be voiced by Jamie Chung, while Christina Ricci is voicing Catwoman Selena Kyle. Okay, you got me sold.
That's fine. Yeah.
Diedrich Bader is voicing Two-Face Harvey Dent. Oh, I think he's going to be great.
Yeah, that'll work. That'll work. He worked well as Batman in the Brave and the Bold. So.
Yeah. It's not yet known who the rest of the cast will play. However, the end of the video reveals the Penguin, Clayface, Firebug, Natalie Knight, Gentleman Ghost will also be a part of the series. What is Batman Caped Crusader about? And I forgot to... Of course it's about Batman, but I forgot to put the link into both chats. My bad.
Oh.
That's my second error for this show. For those of you keeping score at home.
I'm the one that's actually doing good today. Wow. I can't believe it.
Today's my day. That's what he says.
Today's my day. So far. The show's not over yet.
What is Batman Caped Crusader about? In the series, the corrupt outnumber the good as criminals run rampant and law-abiding citizens live in a constant state of fear in Gotham City. The description of the series reads, forged in the fire of tragedy, wealthy socialite Bruce Wayne becomes something both more and less than human, the Batman. His one-man crusade for justice attracts unexpected allies within the GCPD and City Hall, but his heroic actions spawn deadly, unforeseen ramifications. Originally announced in 2021 as an HBO Max series before it was acquired by Amazon Prime in 2023, Batman Caped Crusader is executive produced by Batman the Animated Series co-creator Bruce Timm, J.J. Abrams, Matt Reeves, Ed Brubaker, James Tucker Daniel, Pipsky, Rachel Rich, and Sam Register serve as executive producers alongside Tim. Goes on to say, Bruce Wayne is, is the mask. He's the secret identity. He's the invention. Batman is the actual character, the actual guy. Linklater said of Batman Caped Crusader. It's set in the 40s, so I just thought of how Batman would try to play himself off as a playboy socialite. I think I just tried to swing until I made contact with something. Oh, it sounds like the 2023 Cubs. Batman Caped Crusader premieres on Prime Video on August 1st, 2024. I know there's a name in there that everybody hates, including myself, J.J. Abrams, but he could just be in credit only.
Yeah, it's just he produced stuff like Person of Interest, and that turned out really well because of Jonathan Nolan. But yeah,
well, it's probably because of other people.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna say it. Based on the voice cast alone, I want to give this series.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a try, and so is Spock. We've talked about it. We're gonna give it a chance.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and take a look at this trailer. I will probably have to pause it just to try to avoid any copyright claim, copyright strikes.
Screw you, YouTube. Come on, man.
Hold on, Cash. Hold on. But I do want to say up front that we do not own this clip. We do not own any of the characters or registered trademarks of this show. We are simply taking a look at this trailer and we are going to be giving our critical view and opinion.
In other words, we're giving you advertisement.
Yes.
Free. There we go.
Yeah. So here we go.
In Gotham, a mask can hold the power to hide who you are or create who you are. But the time has come to shed our masks and unveil the heroes and villains of Batman Caped Crusader.
Okay, I know this is this is unfair.
Where's the
but-
trigger? Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Sorry, not sorry.
Linklater's Batman. I'm sorry. There's a there's a high bar
Yes,
set by
very.
Kevin Conroy.
Very.
Very high bar set by Kevin Conroy.
Yes.
And so far from this, I don't know. Maybe it gets better as the episodes go on, but I don't know.
McKenna Grace, Toby Stevens, Reed Scott, Dan Donahue, Gary Anthony Williams, Jason Watkins, John DiMaggio, Crystal Joy Brown, Michelle Bonilla, Eric Morgan Stewart,
I'm still not feeling it.
No, I'm
Tom
sorry.
Kenny, Minnie Driver, Diedrich Bader, Jamie Chung, Christina Ricci, and I'm Hamish Linklater.
Hamish. Yeah. Where's the trigger? Go ahead.
I am Batman.
Yeah, I mean, it is for a different era.
Yes.
Yeah, I know.
I know. I'm just trying to think,
But
I don't
even
know,
when we first heard Kevin Conroy,
Mm.
I am vengeance. I am the night.
Oh,
I am Batman.
I mean, even Diedrich Baker, if you guys go back and watch The Brave and the Bold, I mean,
Bader.
it was just
Bader.
Yes, Bader.
Vader.
Bader. Yeah, Bader.
Dietrich Vader.
Right. But he was even a solid Batman. It just worked for Brave and the Bold. If you guys ever watched that animated cartoon, yeah, very good.
I'll still check it out,
Yeah, I will
yeah.
too. I'm gonna watch it with
But-
Spock. I
but
wanna
I'm
give
not
it-
going to sugarcoat it.
Yeah,
No, neither should we.
Alfred. But it just,
Ca-
I know it might be a little too
Aaron.
much.
There's a crime
Oh.
occurred in Gotham City. We need to go take care of it. That's what
I
it sounds
found-
like to me.
I found the penguin. Where is it? Where'd it go?
Yeah, there's got to be a certain amount of gravitas to it. And what's his Bruce Wayne going to sound like?
True.
Yeah. See, that's another thing people like myself are going to do a comparison to. Kevin
need this-
Conroy
Yeah.
had the ability to
Yes.
separate Batman from Bruce Wayne.
Yes.
Right.
Agreed.
Just like Christopher Reeves could separate Batman. I mean, Superman.
Batman.
from Clark Kent.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
Clark Kent. Yeah.
He was Batman too. Come on, man.
My old mannered Clark Kent goes into the phone booth.
Just when Baron's like,
changes
oh,
into
everything's going well for
Batman?
me.
I'm Superbat. I'm
Baron's like,
Superbat.
everything's going well for me in the show. I'm hitting 500 here. Oh shit.
Mhm.
No, it's just the thing is, as much as they made fun of Christian Bale, and like I make fun of it too, like I didn't hate that Batman. I understand why it's easy to make fun of, but I liked his Bruce Wayne, but so I liked the other ones we've had too. It's just, can you separate? Michael Keaton did a very good job as both Batman and Bruce Wayne. He did.
Yeah, I should have brought him in there for being able to separate the two. Yes.
Yes, definitely. And like I said, we don't even get the Christian Bale Batman without Batman 89. We just don't. None of that happens.
no.
I just don't.
We don't
believe
get
none of it
Batman
happens.
89 without Batman 66. Let's face it.
That's right. True.
We don't get
Exactly.
Batman
We don't-
66 without it. The
That's right.
Batman movie in the 40s.
Mhm.
Yeah,
You're right.
in
We
the
don't.
cereals that they had. Yeah,
We don't.
Mhm.
and honestly, I thought, oh man, Peter Weller did a great job in The Dark Knight Returns.
Yeah, he did.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
And to answer your question, Jace, I believe this is the one where Harley is Asian.
Yes, this is the one. Yeah, this is the one we've talked about before, Jace. And I'm gonna give it a shot. It's Bruce Timm's involved in it. We'll see how it goes.
Mm-hmm.
It's not supposed to be exactly canon. They made that clear that it's supposed to be an alternate canon. So we'll see what happens. It could be quite
And
good.
at least, well, I'm going to be fair with them.
Yeah, me
At
too.
least they've been out up front saying this isn't in the canon universe.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So let's give them credit where credit's due.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know, Jace. I know. We've talked about that too.
I mean, I like the thought of a 40s Batman. I thought
Yeah.
they should start getting back to the basics with both Superman and
Yeah.
I mean, the whole lot of them, and let's go back to like the 30s and 40s with them, and explore that, and not a prequel, but like you're saying here, like this isn't really in the same universe type of thing, or
Right.
because
That's
obviously these have expanded so much through the ages.
right.
Mhm.
And Bruce Timm wants to try something else, and he made it clear. And I know it's easy to jump on this and say this is going to be crap, and they're going to change everything and all that. But he made that very clear that this is not exactly canon to the other stuff. So
No,
yes,
no.
an alternate canon. That's something different. So yeah.
And you know,
Which means that they can bring in
Yes.
a new aspect that doesn't exist in the canon
That's
Batman
right.
universe.
That's right.
Mhm.
Exactly.
well,
But yeah.
they did that with Dark Knight Returns. The Dark Knight Returns was never supposed to be part of canon. Now it seems to have been kind of glommed into canon.
Yeah.
But they had wonderful stuff in there. I mean, without the Dark Knight Returns, you wouldn't have had Batman versus Superman, because basically that's all they took was that last battle.
Oh, dude! Even the anime, like you read the graphic novel, and then you read, and then you watch the animated films, and you're like, "Geez, part 1 and 2." It's just so good, so freaking good. And guess what? There was a Robin who was a woman. What? Come on, man!
Yeah, and we had no problem with it.
No, it was cool. Yes,
it was absolutely believable. She was awestruck in Batman, so. No, she decided to become the new Robin, and he's trying to get rid of her just like before, but no, she won't stay. She calms on. So
right,
and they make a great team.
Yes,
and he's compassionate to her.
Yeah, and I'll admit, I'm looking for a show that I can actually come back and say to everybody, "Yeah, you got to check this out."
I mean, it does. Oh, sorry.
And I'm also telling myself, be prepared to be disappointed, but also be prepared to, see something that you might actually like.
Go in neutral.
Yes.
I mean, it's going to be interesting to see if they're doing with this in the 40s and stuff like that, and they're going to make Harley into an Asian girl. I mean, it's like, okay, now you're gonna have to get by all the political correctness stuff and face some of the backlash of, the fear of the Chinese government coming in with the Chinese communism, or even before that, the fear that they had with China and Japan. There in that mistrust, which could be interesting if they do it right with the take of the character. I mean, I know exactly in my head how I do it. I'm not going to say it now.
Yes.
But I'm fearful they probably wouldn't go that approach. I mean, I hope they do. I hope they're talented enough to figure this out.
Yeah. And Jay says, if I've heard everything of Harley, that's going to be a big yikes for me. The movie can be decent, but still feel forced for my taste. And after seeing new animated stuff DC has done, it's not been good.
No.
A lot of it has been poor story and not well done in the last years. You could say that about a lot of things, television and movies included.
Yes, definitely. Yeah.
But I will give the series a chance. And if I like it, well, you'll hear it in my voice. If I don't like it, I probably will only speak about it once.
Yeah, I'm going to give it a chance.
And sticking with the Batman front, the Penguin trailer sees Colin Farrell's Batman villain try to seize control of Gotham City. No, I thought that was Baron, not the Penguin.
Yeah,
We all are.
Thinking about it now, yeah, Baron could actually make a good Penguin. Yeah, I could see it.
I don't have the nose for
it. Well, I guess not, but yeah.
This is also by Brandon Schroer, and it was posted on June 20th. It says Colin Farrell is trying to seize control of Gotham City in the new trailer for The Penguin. Max has shared a new trailer for The Penguin, the new limited series starring Farrell that serves as a spin-off to 2022's The Batman. The Penguin will premiere this coming September. Check out the trailer for The Penguin along with a new poster for the series below. We'll check it out here just a little bit after we finish reading the article. Who stars in The Penguin alongside Colin Farrell? In addition to Farrell, The Penguin also stars Kristen Milotti.
It's Milotti? I think so. Yeah.
I think so. All
right.
Sophia Falcone. We have Renzi Feliz as Victor Aguilar. Michael Kelly as Johnny Vitti. And then we have Shoran Agashlo.
It's a tough one, dude. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tongue twister on that one.
As Nadia Morani. Deidre O'Connell as Francis Cobb. Clancy Brown as Salvatore Maroni. So that'll be good. Clancy Brown. James Mario as Milo Scrappa. Scott Cohen as Luca Falcone. Then we have Michael Zijan as Alberto Falcone. We have Carmen I'm not even going to try it. As Eve Carlo and Theo Rossi as Dr. Julian Rush. Mark Strong, who notably played Dr. Thaddeus Savannah in the Shazam films, is also expected to appear in the series in an undisclosed role. The Penguin was developed by showrunner Lauren LaFranc. LaFranc also serves as an executive producer alongside Farrell. The Batman's Matt Reeves, Dylan Clark, Craig Zobel, Bill Caro. Daniel Pipsky. Zobel directs the first 3 episodes of the 8-episode limited series. Production of The Penguin began in March 2023. However, filming was delayed a few months later due to the Writers Guild of America and screenwriters strikes.
Aww.
Production resumed in November, then wrapped in February of this year. The Penguin will be followed by The Batman Part 2, which will see Robert Pattinson return to play the Caped Crusader. Whether or not Farrell will also return for The Batman Part 2, which will be released in October 2026, remains unclear at this time. Reeves is directing the sequel and is co-writing the script with Mattson Tomlin. The Penguin premieres on Max this coming September.
Yeah, I'm going to give it a shot.
Oh, he's going to give it a shot. You know what's going to happen? You know what's going to happen?
You know what's going to happen. I know what's going to happen.
Really grinds my gears?
Yeah,
I don't know about that. I didn't mind him in The Penguin and The Batman. I just feel like The Batman's one of those movies that you watch once and you just never watch again. I just feel that way.
I watched it twice. First in the theaters, and then the second time was when it was on HBO Max, because that's what it was called at the time. I don't care if they call it Max.
I like HBO Max
now,
too.
But it was HBO Max at the time, and I watched it that second time on HBO Max to see if my thoughts on the movie had changed, and they hadn't changed. I still didn't really care that much for the movie. There were multiple points near the end where they could have ended the movie and it would have been fine, but it just kept dragging on.
Yes, it dragged on. I was not a big fan of how Paul Dano played the Riddler. I don't know, and the whole white supremacy nonsense that was going on, because it was there. It's just like this cult and stuff. It was stupid. I was like,
And Jay says, if you like it, we need a real talk. Just kidding. Just kidding. And he said, I did rewatch the Batman and I like it a lot more now than before. Still issues with some cast and story and the end with the Joker, etc., but it's not the worst Batman movie. No,
it's not a terrible movie. I don't. Even Jeffrey Wright as Gordon is fine. I got used to it. It's just the movie just kept dragging, like Mike said. I mean, it's just, and the Riddler, and then of course the Joker at the end. And you always get people, well, we need Joker in a Batman. No, we don't. We don't always need Joker in a Batman film.
No, we don't.
Break it to people.
How many times have we seen it? Too many. Far too many, in my opinion.
Yes.
I mean,
Paul Dano
let's face
is really good.
You had the Joker, and then you had the Dark Knight. We had the Joker, and then of course you have the Joker show up in other properties. Like Suicide Squad, and it's like we don't always need Batman and the Joker to be together, because even in the Suicide Squad, Batman was in there.
Right. Yeah.
So we are going to go ahead and take a look at this trailer again. I'm going to pause it to avoid copyright claim and copyright strike. And once again, I do not own this trailer. I do not own this property. I am displaying it for basically criticism and also to offer an opinion.
And free advertising.
If anybody remembers, and I'll go ahead and put it up. In the Dark Knight, Gotham City flooded. Not going to say how it flooded for anybody that hasn't seen the movie, but Gotham City flooded.
Cash's toilet backed up.
Gonna get rid of this.
Yeah.
Listen, Sal. Come on.
Ooh.
That's Clancy Brown.
You got it. Oh, he's another great actor. Oh, I love Mr. Kurgan, man. And Mr. Krabs. So far things are looking like Gotham.
I like some of these shots.
Me too. This
the
does have the
cinematography doesn't look. Yeah, it has the atmosphere it needs.
Yeah, and it's Kathleen Kennedy. No, Kathleen Kennedy. She's gonna get us. Disney's gonna get you. Kathleen Kennedy and the Penguin are gonna get you.
People underestimate you, but not me.
Yeah, that's what they say about Baron too.
I underestimate you.
I could definitely see Baron being. Yeah, I agree with you, Jace. Colin Farrell it's pretty good.
You know what it looks like? It's like they're trying to do the Sopranos.
Sopranos Penguin. Sopranos Penguin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a penguin.
Yep, it's a penguin.
Come on, I thought that was pretty clever.
I see that Sopranos, thing going on with the penguin, which can work, obviously. He is involved in crime, so yeah.
In the underworld, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, in returns, he bit off somebody's nose, so that penguin did. People are like, that was horrible. And I'm like, yeah, but it made a point, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what do you think, gentlemen? Think that series has potential just based on the trailer?
Yeah, I think so.
it looks intriguing. It looks better than some of the other outings.
Yeah, exactly.
Especially a musical Joker. I mean,
I'll let you guys know how that is.
You're gonna see it.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it.
You got better intestinal fortitude than I got.
I know, man. I'm gonna. My brother and I are gonna watch it. And I says, I don't know how that's gonna work. Yeah,
okay,
I know
right?
to
blame. Okay. Well, get Ben Affleck to take him, for crying out loud. Remember the deal he made?
Right.
You take J-Lo somewheres, and he can take your.
I just don't know how this musical of a Joker works, and if it's the whole thing like Padawannabe was saying before, I think he was saying on a member stream or whatever. If it's all in his head, I don't know how this is all going to work, because the Joker movie, it should have just been one and done. But you know how this stuff goes. It makes a lot of money. Then let's make a sequel. I
saw the trailer for the Joker sequel before the Bike Riders, and I'm going, okay, it looks okay, but again, I wasn't that enthralled like a lot of people were with the first Joker.
With the first movie,
again, I thought the first one was okay, and I thought some things were a little over the top.
Yeah,
but
they might have been. Yeah, I understand how you feel about it. Yeah,
I do like the little reversal they had of where Robert De Niro, of course, he was in that movie about being a comedian, and he's on the talk show and kidnaps Jerry Lewis.
Yes. Or De Niro, right?
De Niro. De Niro's the comedian. He's on the show with his big hero, which is played by and Lewis, and now it's switched around, and you got the Joker with Robert De Niro as the host.
Yes.
I don't know if many people caught that, but I know I did.
They did.
They did? Okay, cool.
I would hope so. I would hope so, man. Yes.
I never heard much people talk about.
Really? Oh, wow.
And I brought that up a few times, and I got kind of a lackluster response back. It's whatever.
I can see that. I can see that, Baron. Yeah.
But people doing that to me? Yeah, I can too.
Yeah, I can see that, but I can see the roles reversed. Yeah, and then of course what the Joker does to the talk show host afterwards.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, not
he is a psychopath. He is a psychopath.
What, you think it's funny?
Yeah, you think it's funny? Right, exactly. Yeah, exactly. I agree. So I don't know, that they wanted to try something different. I don't know how it's going to work. If this bombs for Todd Phillips, which I usually like Todd Phillips' vision, I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Mm-hmm.
It may not go well. It may not work very well, but we'll see. I'll let you guys know.
Well.
Yeah, it won't go.
Come on, call Ben up and say, Ben, I need a favor. I'll take her out. And
speaking of Ben, I know Jace and some other people. I know, they feel that Ben Affleck did a really good job as Batman. I mean, he was all right. I didn't really get all into that, but he was okay, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Prismatics is working.
I see that.
He's awake.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so let's get into our next story here from Variety. And as you can see by the headline there, Jonathan Majors lands first movie role after domestic assault conviction.
Yeah, well.
I'll try to behave.
All right.
Yeah, me too.
Well, I mean, you got to admit, it's like now we can dump on him. But I still say it was mutual.
Yeah, it was. Both that woman, it was nuts too.
Neither one of them were innocent.
It doesn't make it right. It doesn't make it right, but but you can't just pick one over the other. So, yeah.
I am not saying it was right either way at all.
Right. Exactly. But I'm glad we didn't jump like some other people did. That's when there becomes problems. Like we're just don't jump. We want the facts, which we should always have the facts. So yeah.
No, I would put my foot down. It's very firm. I said no. I'm waiting until we have all the information.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yes.
So this comes from Variety. It was posted on the 20th. It's by Rebecca Rubin.
Hi,
And
Rebecca.
it goes on to say Jonathan Majors has landed his first film role since he was convicted in 2023 of domestic assault and fired from Disney's Marvel, excuse me, Marvel Cinematic Universe. He will star in the independent revenge thriller Merciless, to be directed by Martin Villeneuve. Martin Villeneuve, the younger brother of Dune filmmaker Denis Villeneuve, confirmed the news of Major's casting to Variety. Written by Frank Hanna, the film follows a CIA investigator who goes to troubling lengths after the woman he loves is overpowered by sinister forces. It's expected to be filmed in Saskatchewan in late fall. Majors was sentenced in April to 1 year of domestic violence counseling after he was found guilty of assaulting and harassing his ex-girlfriend. Per the Manhattan judge who presided over the 2-week trial, Majors must complete a 52-week in-person program in Los Angeles. So it's unclear how it will overlap with the shooting schedule for Merciless. Goes on to say, throughout his publicized trial, Majors denied the assault allegations and maintained a desire to resume his career in Hollywood. His star had been on the rise before he was arrested in March 2023, having appeared in Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. Oh gosh.
Oh man,
Don't remind me of that movie.
That movie was even if Jonathan Majors was potentially the best thing about that movie was an absolute mess. Absolute mess.
I was more into my nachos than I was that movie.
Yeah, that movie.
Nacho man. I wanna be a nacho man. Sorry.
And Creed 3, as well as the Emmy-winning Lovecraft Country. It says shortly after the guilty verdict, though, Marvel Studios severed ties with Majors, who played the central villain Kane the Conqueror in Disney's Marvel Cinematic Universe. The 34-year-old actor was expected to appear in upcoming installments in the comic book franchise, including 2026 Avengers: The Kane Dynasty.
Okay, The Kane.
As part of the fallout, Majors was dropped by his manager, Entertainment 360, and his publicity firm, the lead company. He remains repped by talent agency WME. Merciless is being developed at Sentient by producer Christopher Tuffin, who backed last year's box office sleeper hit Sound of Freedom. He plans to start a new media venture that refuses to let the court of public opinion and selective prosecution undermine great art and artists. Yes, but Jonathan Majors and his ex both abused each other.
Yes.
Let's not forget that.
Yes, they did.
No, I'm not forgetting. It was a mutual thing. I mean, it's I know it's bad to say, but in politics or whatever but yeah, exactly. It was a mutual abuse of each other, which is not good ever.
Mm-hmm. In graduate school, I had the good fortune to study screenwriting under blacklist scribe Millard Lampel, and learn from him the dangers of letting politics undermine due process and deprive artists of their careers. Tuffin said in a statement, "I consider it an honor and a privilege to be working with such a great talent. Now that this matter has been adjudicated, come on, Mike, adjudicated." All right. It goes on to say Tuffin will produce alongside Kevin Townsend and Kevin DeWalt, Amanda Delafang, Delphine, sorry. Chris Ox, Andrew Bates, Ben DeWalt will executive produce. I could kind of see where that producer is coming from, but again, when Jonathan Majors and his girlfriend didn't treat each other with any due respect, then you still have to question whether the person's fit for the role. I don't care if he is a good actor.
Right, exactly. If he's got these problems, it's definitely should we do this, or is it too soon, or does he need to still get more help, or do we just not give him more Hollywood roles? I mean, we know the man was found guilty. So this is not a thing like some of the Me Too movement stuff where they were just throwing people under the bus and they didn't really have proof and it happened 30 years ago and all this other shit. But with this, we know this man's guilty, so it's like, do you really want to give him a role? It's a tough one.
During the trial, they even brought up instances where he was unruly on set and unruly to people. So
yeah,
but he's not the only one, sadly, that's been that way.
No. There's many more.
Even the guy who was a cyborg in the Justice League, his attitude about stuff was ridiculous.
Really?
Well, let's not forget Tom Cruise's rant. Let's not forget him either.
Tom's had some rants, definitely. Yes.
And even Christian Bale.
Yeah, he's
did had a few rants.
With especially the lighting guy. He actually apologized on a radio station about it. But yeah, I mean, that was still not right. And Family Guy made fun of it. But that was terrible. You had Russell Crowe throw a phone into the wall at a hotel. I mean, none of this stuff is good. It's funny to make fun of, but none of it is good.
And I realize, Tom Cruise and Christian Bale weren't convicted of domestic assault, but still their behavior on set is very similar to what was brought out during the domestic assault trial for Jonathan Majors.
Yes.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, definitely.
So again, I will stand by what I just said. I don't care if he is a good actor. His past behavior leaves a lot of question marks.
One of the guitar teachers I had was telling me on the set of Hoffa how mean Jack Nicholson was. And then the next day he apologized. I said, yeah, I'm sure he did. Because the guy's grandfather actually worked on that movie. And so he said Nicholson was just an absolute ass. Yes, I've heard that from people. I've heard even people going up to him after Laker games. Just the guy's like, I don't do autographs, kid. He said that to one of the people. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised at all. He can be an ass like that. Just remember who made your career, guy. Just remember, Jack.
Well, they forget.
It doesn't really matter who made my career, Cash Money. I don't do autographs. Okay, so that sounds more like George Bush than Jack Nicholson, but you get the point. You get the point.
Way do they get a load of me? Yeah, but it's just it's stupid. But be nicer on stuff. I heard from those people who was working on the set of Incredibles. I think it was either Incredibles 3, said that Bruce Willis was an absolute ass. He was just an ass, and I've heard things about him too. That
you mean the Expendables?
Yeah, Expendables. Excuse me. Expendables.
Yeah, but it wasn't in the third one. That's the reason why.
Oh, okay.
Do you think in hindsight it was the dementia?
Yeah,
it could have been. It could have been. I don't want to make excuses about that. I get. Which one was he in? Was it the 4? How many have they have those?
They made 4 of them. He was
4, Cash. 4. Remember, I went and saw Expendables 4, the worst movie of 2023.
I didn't know if there's maybe a 5th one in the works for some reason.
Not that I've heard.
But so he was in. Bruce Willis was in
Harrison,
the 3rd one.
Yeah.
Okay.
No. Bruce Willis was in the 1st and the 2nd. Now listen, take this down.
Okay.
Harrison Ford basically replaced him in the 3rd one.
In the 3rd one, okay.
Right. But but as it goes, he wasn't the first to, and he pissed off Sly and all that, and he wasn't invited back. But
okay.
But yeah, I know Bruce has had an issue of being a little full of himself.
Yeah, even when he was on Moonlighting, I heard about that too. Yeah,
even before he was in Moonlighting.
No, I'm sure. Yeah.
Well, Patricia Tallman said, "Yeah, I knew him when he was a bartender, and even then he was kind of cocksure of himself." So
yeah, I can see that.
Well, yeah, I mean, it brings that personality of the character he plays.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, I just always find those stories interesting. But yeah, I definitely could see Jack Nicholson and some of these other people. Even I think what was it? Tom Cruise got squirted with water in his face. He's like he started getting mad. Tom doesn't usually get mad though, from what I've seen. But yeah, there's been some. He got mad on set, of course, about the mask things. Maybe he had a point about the last Mission Impossible movie he did. I'm sure you guys saw some of that footage of him getting upset. That was the last time I saw him get upset on a set.
Well, yeah, I mean, honestly, everybody has a bad day and all that. I think Tom Cruise had his day, but when he got knocked, his sales got knocked out, and he was basically, more of a joke than anything else. And then he came back. I think he appreciates it now. And that's usually what happens to a lot of these people.
I think so. And look, just if you had a bad day or had a bad week or had a bad month or whatever, and you start going off on people, you had a bad day, right? Just have a sincere apology. Don't have this lawyer crap. Just make a sincere apology. That's all.
I want to apologize to everybody who I hurt the other day. I don't want to hear that kind of speech where you're reading from the script given to you by your lawyer.
Right.
I was about to accept that apology. I thought you were being sincere.
Oh man.
But our next story, it's a sad story because we lost a great actor.
Yeah,
a very talented actor and an actor who will be remembered, and he'll also be remembered through his son Keither.
Oh yeah, he was a fantastic actor as well.
Yeah. This comes from The Looper, and it was posted on the 20th. A lot of these articles I found were posted on the 20th.
Wow. Busy day.
I was looking for articles. And this is by Paul Poiso. I've never seen that name before, so I'm not sure. But of course, it says The Hunger Games and MASH star Donald Sutherland dead at 88. Legendary actor Donald Sutherland has died at 88, Deadline reports. The cause of death was only described as a long illness. The actor is survived by his wife Francine, Rachette, sons Rogue, Rosef, Angus, and Kiefer Sutherland, daughter Rachel, and 4 grandchildren. Famed for his ability and willingness to take on a wide array of roles and projects, Sutherland would quite likely have been able to turn his earliest successes as Vernon L. Pinkley in The Dirty Dozen, Oddball in Kelly's Heroes, and Hawkeye in the 1970 MASH movie into a lifetime of playing curious military figures. Instead, he opted to go all in with his profession. Over the years, he amassed a deeply impressive resume that ranges from The Great Seducer, Giacomo Casanova, and the legendary Italian filmmaker Federico Fellini's Casanova, to the villainous President Coriolanus. I don't know. I never read The Hunger Games.
No.
I wasn't interested.
Cornelius?
Yeah, maybe it's Cornelius. I don't.
It's Cornelius.
I don't.
That's okay, man.
Snow in the Hunger Games, As the family, friends, colleagues, and fans of the great man grieve the loss, it's time to take a moment to remember Sutherland's amazing life and career. Donald Sutherland was an acting titan who could do it all. Donald Sutherland was such a wonderful actor that he barely even found it a challenge. I haven't found anything hard about being an actor except rejection, once he said. And I don't even find that so hard, via Esquire. This quote comes from. Curiously, his mastery of the craft only manifested by chance. Sutherland was born in 1935 and was a sickly child who harbored dreams of becoming a sculptor. Though his parents tried to guide him toward a more traditional career path, he ended up taking a tiny role in a student stage play in his first year. And as a result, he picked up drama studies along with his engineering ones. As you can possibly guess, drama won. Sutherland broke into movies during the early 1960s, and after some initial difficulties, his versatility made sure that after 1967's Dirty Dozen, he was rarely short of work, and never ever short of work ethic. Whether he appeared in a small scale art house darling or a mega budget blockbuster over the decades, he became one of Canada's most beloved and recognizable thespians. To the point, he was among the precious few who were selected to carry the Olympic flag in the opening ceremony of the 2010 Vancouver Olympics per Fox Sports. Sutherland continued to work well into his 80s, appearing in prominent roles in major series like the FX Getty family drama Trust and HBO's psychological thriller miniseries The Undoing. It's ludicrous with the way our lifespan works that people retire before 70 or 75, he said.
Mm-hmm.
Goes on to say acting is one of the few professions that can help an individual touch the cusp of immortality. An actor's celebrated and captivating performance in a prominent film or television series can live on forever, cementing their name in the hearts and minds of countless generations. However, in the end, even our most beloved superheroes, princesses, and maverick cops are only human. In 2023, the acting world was rocked by many high profile deaths, especially toward the end of the year, around mid December. Celebrities and fans alike were extremely disheartened to hear about Brooklyn Nine-Nine star. Okay, so goes on to talk about that other stuff. So, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
It's like we're talking about him, not everybody else.
Yeah, and I recommend everyone watch The Dirty Dozen. Fuck that movie.
Yeah.
I recommend everybody see Kelly's Hero.
Mm-hmm.
I should have realized after I read that other headline they were going into it, other actors, but it's like, no, let's focus on him. You know, they could have written some a little longer, especially with his career and all the movies he was in.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. I mean, him working alongside Gavin MacLeod in Kelly's Heroes is absolutely, hysterical. He's like a hippie in World War II. I mean, negative waves, Moriarty, negative waves.
I mean, you know what? I'll go to the IMDb and we can take a look at some of his credits.
Oh, my word.
Yeah.
It's going to be a big one. Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
That's right. He was in that too. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. Mm-hmm.
So, comedies, serious.
Yep. Comedies, dramas. Yep.
As we all have said, Animal House.
Animal House. This is my job.
Mm-hmm. He shows it. Yeah. It shows his butt in the movie too.
He does.
Yeah. All right, so let's go.
Well, that's why it's just, yeah.
I mean, everybody mentions the Hunger Games now because that was one of his more recent roles.
Yep,
but
it was.
Yeah,
yeah, he was quite good as Cornelius Snow. Yes.
Let's see. He was in the 2023 TV miniseries Lawmen, Bass Reeves, Ozzy, Voice of the Forest, Miranda's Victim, is her Hurricane's phone, swimming with the sharks. Let's get to the beginning of his career. Let's get to the foundation of his career where it all started.
Right, because look at all that stuff. Jiminy crickets.
Yeah,
I
forgot he was in JFK.
Yep, he was in JFK. Mm-hmm.
Anonymous mentioned that he was in Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah, right here.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy.
It's good to see you, Anonymous. Hope you're doing well on the Sunday. But yeah, let's get to the meat and potatoes of the situation. Studio 4, The Man of the World, Suspense, Terry Thomas's How Do You Do, The Odd Man, The World 10 Times Over, The Sentimental Agent, Hamlet of Elsinore, The Castle of the Living Dead, Dr. Terror's House of Horrors, Die, Die, My Darling, Songs of the American Civil War. Oh, I forgot he was in the Sullivan Brothers.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you guys have seen it, but it's about actual brothers who were in the Navy together during, I think it was World War II.
Mm-hmm.
And they all died together. And since then, no brothers have been allowed to serve on the same ship together.
Mm-hmm.
If that's what I'm thinking of, I could be thinking of something completely different.
It's a TV
yeah,
series.
Yeah. I like I said, I could be thinking of something different.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Let's see. Promise Her Anything, A Farewell to Arms, BBC Play America, Court Martial, Theater 625, Gideon, CID, The Saint, the TV series.
And The Avengers.
The Avengers, the TV series, not.
Yeah. Of course.
The Shuttered Room. Of course, they made a movie out of the TV series, which didn't perform very well.
Wasn't very good. Yeah. Unfortunately.
Of course,
Dirty
Bill. Dozen.
Yeah.
Such a fantastic film.
Sebastian, Man in the Suitcase, Joanna, Interlude.
Oh, he was in The Champions.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I gotta find that episode. Of
course, he was in the movie MASH.
Mm-hmm.
Not the TV series.
Yep. Achilles Heroes.
Yeah.
Clute. Oh yeah, Clute. That was a big one for him. Oh, Spies. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Kentucky. Oh, that's right. He was in Kentucky Fried Movie.
Yeah, he was.
Clumsy Waiter.
We watched that not too long ago.
Mm-hmm. The Clumsy Waiter.
Not as a watch party. We just watched it for the sake of watching it.
Oh, how come I keep on thinking Invasion of the Body Snatchers was before Animal House? It was after. Okay, I get that mixed up. Yeah.
I'm not gonna criticize you, Anonymous. I'm the last person who should be criticizing.
I'm kicking him out now. Bye. No, I'm just kidding. Hey, it's everybody's favorite penguin besides Uncle Waddle.
Low spec.
Two penguins
story.
One penguins leaves.
Oh, Max Dugan returns. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
He was one.
Princess of Murder.
Backdraft.
Yep.
Good movie.
Great movie. I haven't watched that in a long while.
Mm-hmm.
Me either.
Kind of burns me up. Sorry. I'm sorry.
KGB Conspiracy.
Sounds interesting.
Yeah. I don't remember seeing it.
No,
in the stores.
But he did a lot of small smaller type movies. You see, oh yeah, I can't forget him in The Simpsons.
That's right, he did pop up.
He likes his char root or whatever that was.
Yeah,
Yeah,
The Art of War.
Space Cowboys.
Oh, I didn't know that because I haven't watched The Spirits Within, but he was in Final Fantasy, The Spirits Within.
Is that with One Shot Alec in it? Is that the one with One Shot Alec?
No.
I thought he did one of those. Okay.
I don't believe he was in it. I could be wrong. Let's check. Oh, he was. I'm wrong.
Aha!
I apologize. I'm wrong.
Uh-oh.
I get to take over for 5 minutes. No, just kidding.
Okay. Later.
Of course, it was advertising Big Shot's Funeral, Path of War, 5 Moons, The Italian Job. Ooh,
The Spirits Within was actually a pretty good movie.
Oh, he's rolling it for me. Cool. Thank you. Salem's Lot, that miniseries, Frankenstein. Fierce People, Pride and Prejudice.
So many things I haven't seen this man in.
I know. Look at all that.
It's a few things here. He's in Beer Fest. Oh, that's right.
Fest, yeah.
Oh my god, that movie's pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good movie.
Days
Rain
of
Over Me.
Yeah, Fool's Gold. Astro Boy. Done a lot of voice work. The Mechanic. Obviously not the one with Charles Bronson.
No.
Horrible Bosses. Man on the Train. Oh, of course, The Hunger Games.
Oh yeah, Horrible Bosses. That movie's very funny. You haven't seen that one, have you?
No, I have not.
You'd laugh.
I know you gained a whole list of movies I need to
watch.
watch.
Yes. You got a list of movies that I need to watch too. So
yeah. Wow. I mean, this just goes on. Backdraft. There's a second one.
Unfortunately, it's his video.
I'm just. Yeah,
I guess, unfortunately, I guess so. I'm sure it's not. Yeah.
Yeah, Moonfall. I've heard of that one, but yeah, busy man. There's no doubt about it. It's been 5 minutes.
Hi. My name is Mike. I'm the host of Pacific414 Pop Talk, and even I'm capable of making mistakes.
Hey, I'm full of them.
Yes, Padawannabe. Alec Baldwin was in Spirits Within. Yes, he was.
Oh,
come on,
man! Oh, come on, man!
No, seriously, I'm already tired of seeing that Hawk 2 girl.
Oh, come on, man!
Boy, that escalated quickly. I mean, that really got out of hand fast.
It jumped up a notch.
It did, didn't
it?
Hello to Daryl the Derelict, who said loved him in Space Cowboys.
That's right.
Yippee-ki-yi-yo, get along, little asteroid.
How you doing today, Daryl? Hope your Sunday's going well, brother. Yeah, he was a great actor.
Yes.
We're gonna miss him, but I mean, look at this list. We've got so many movies and miniseries that we can look up and maybe find, maybe in some cases not find, but still a lot of work that we can go back on and watch him in.
Yes.
Oh,
snaps!
Yeah. Well,
wow!
I've got to do this. I've got to do this. I got to make sure I acknowledge this.
Hey,
and
Glory to you and your house.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass, and I'm all out of bubblegum.
I'll update the videos sooner than later, but I want to thank Big Daddy T-Gap. Good to see you, buddy. Good to see you, partner. Always nice to say Big Daddy T-Gap. Ain't it, fellers?
He finally got out of that black void. That's great, man. I'm so proud. That's awesome, man.
I don't know who any of those people are.
Oh, shut up before I make you walk and ride to the horse next time, Baron.
Come on, man.
We got Big Daddy T-Gap here. Show him some respect.
Big Daddy T-Gap? Yes.
Yeah, Big Daddy T-Gap.
Or is it T-Gap?
Let's see. He gifted 5 Pacific414 memberships. He gifted 1 to Daryl the Derelict. Well, howdy, Daryl. Welcome aboard.
Oh, great. Now we got to do a member stream. Ah, thanks.
He also gifted 1 to Jason Fox 540 Studios. I tell you what, boys. That Jason Fox always seems to get one of them gifted memberships.
Yeah,
I don't know what is about that boy, but he seems to get all the gifted memberships,
random, man.
especially from Big Daddy T-Gap.
It's random. It's random, Mike. I don't understand, man.
There's conspiracy going on here.
He's part of the Norwegian mafia. Didn't you know that? Watch the series Lillehammer. You'll see him in action.
Oh my! If this is supposed to be random, man, why does he always get the gifted membership, man? I don't get it, man. Come on, man.
I don't know. It's rigged. I tell you what.
I'm telling you, man. Yeah.
Rod Thunderheart was just gifted a membership, and well, shit. Look at this. He gifted himself another membership.
Yeah, he was
what in Sam hell? What in Sam hell? There's some kind of screwed up stuff going on. I tell you what. I haven't been able to do that Big Daddy T-Gap voice in a while.
But that's only 4. Where's the 5th?
Oh, okay.
Maybe the other one has to be claimed.
We hadn't seen you in a while, T-Gap.
We missed you, man. Missed you, man.
I figured you had been working a lot, though, man. I just had that feeling, but
yeah,
he's working his fingers through the bones, and what does he get? Bone of fingers.
You gotta watch out. Yeah.
Says thanks, T-Gap. Daryl also says howdy, Padawan. T-Gap says, finally able to catch your 1 p.m. Sunday stream while at work without having these nurses being all up in my business. T-Gap, be honest with us. Are they cute?
Yeah. Yeah. Cute nurses? Gotta like the cute little nurses.
Or is it death by snooze deuce?
Oh, well, you can have cute ones that give you death by snooze too.
I guess that's
the snooze, the morphine they give you to go to sleep.
The morphine.
I mean, Gina Carano could give you death by snooze. Ronda Rousey can do that. Come on. But more importantly, I know what I miss. I miss candy stripers. Remember candy stripers in the hospital? Those were like volunteers that would tag along, and they're the ones that were kind of interested in getting into the medical industry. So this was to help them encourage to get in. Actually, I knew someone who was a candy striper. Come on, you never heard of candy stripers? Oh,
I've heard of them, but it doesn't mean we've seen them in real life.
Yeah, come on, man. Just because they hear something doesn't mean you see.
Come on, man. Come on, man. Baron Pop's that dude. That's right. Yeah. You can groan all you want.
That's all he does is groan. Yeah. It was anonymous. Anonymous.
Next Baron's gonna tell us that he was actually in MASH. He was actually there. Candy stripers. No. Yeah, you.
What do you mean? I knew a candy striper.
Uh-huh.
No, you do a candy stripper, Baron.
Well, don't get yourself wrong. There was a film that was made that way. Yeah, it's a naughty film about that subject. But yeah,
And let's get it right. You knew a stripper named Candy.
No, I didn't, but I did go to school with a girl by the name of Candy. We got kind of close. Then she left. Made me sad.
The story sucks. We need a new one. No,
I know. You're right. We need a new story. No, but the one I knew that was a Candy striper. She worked she's an EMT now, and she's worked in the health and stuff like that. She was a big emergency fan. And so she got in there. I think she was wanting to be a nurse, but she went with the way of being more of EMT work. And that's what she does. Uniform and all.
Nice.
That's cool.
But yeah, it started out as a Candy striper. Basically, it's a volunteer. Usually teenage, high school students, the higher end that, help with for careers. Get going on a career. So.
Oh.
And when you were a teenage boy, you needed to stay, and they were teenage girls. That was kind of you're a candy striper. And if you can't get the nurse, you can get a candy striper.
Right. Well,
when you're a high school student, YouTube, get it right.
The more you know, man. Hold on. Yeah.
Don't say it, show it.
I did both. So.
I know a couple things, just a couple.
I've had dropped a 50 membership or something to derail the video for the next hour. I'm sure you would, Steve. Oh, man.
And I'm just looking for the weekend box office numbers.
It's cool, man. We've been just ripping through these articles, man. It's awesome.
I know. We've been sailing along. We're just winging it. Just wing it, man.
That's right, man.
Come on, man. Wing it, we wing it. Yeah.
Come on, man.
I want to talk about that TV show, by the way. I'm going to talk about that TV. I don't care what Mike says. Quark was a great series. No, Quark.
Quark? Okay.
I talked to you about Quark before. 1970.
He's mentioned Quark before. He's mentioned
many times. Richard Benjamin, Tim Thomerson. About the intergalactic garbage man.
Okay.
Called Quark. 1970. Buck Henry was involved with the show.
I will have to check it out then. How many is this?
About 7 episodes.
So that was it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, we can watch it anytime. I got the links to it.
Okay.
And no, it's not sailing the high seas either.
What?
Yeah,
no. All right.
No. Sometimes you're a privateer.
Duchess agrees. I think that was Duchess.
Yes, she does.
I think that was always Duchess.
Yeah, that was Duchess. She was in here with me. The other dog started barking, so.
All right, and I think I have some of the box office numbers for this weekend. I think because I want to confirm that these are actually up to date before I start saying that these are the numbers and then find out that they're not.
Newsflash, they're not. Disney's still trying to arrange it. They're still trying to arrange it to make it look like they got a hit, folks. So,
well, they do. They actually do have a hit. Surprisingly, it's funny.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I mean,
they actually have a hit. They actually decided, hey, here's a show about a good message that helps people. People actually even clapped at the end of that movie. What? That's crazy, man.
What was there? Why are you clapping? No one that's involved with the movie was there for crying out loud. But no, I mean, they succeeded. Can you imagine everybody in the board of Disney did a bite in their pants because of it? It's like, what? We did something right?
They did, yeah.
Jill, I'm boom boom.
That's right, YouTube. You heard it, man. Boom boom, boom boom,
boom boom.
All right, I'm going to wait a few minutes. Because
a few minutes.
A couple of these numbers just don't seem right, and I'm looking at the dates as well. Some of them still say Fridays, some of them say yesterday. So I'm gonna wait.
That's fine.
Until we have actual confirmation.
Yeah, Inside Out should be a huge hit. I don't know if it's going to make over $1 billion worldwide. It might. I don't know. we'll see. But
how did the first one do? Do you remember?
Let me.
I thought the first one did real
It did
well.
very well.
I'll look it up because I still have
Sure.
Box Office Mojo pulled up, so I can just type it in real quick, find out what Inside Out did.
What the heck?
Wow! It almost made, according to this, it almost made a billion. Close, 858.8 million. So yeah, it did very well. And their budget was it's 175. So
do they still get Cliff Clavin in there to do a voice like they do with every Pixar film?
Yeah, they did have they did. Ratzenberger, right?
Yeah, John Ratzenberger. Yeah,
yeah.
They try to get him.
Did. Yeah, he did.
They consider him a good luck. They consider him a good luck.
He had a
good
line.
luck to have him. So he gets every movie that they do. He gets something in there.
Pretty dang sure he had a line. I'm pretty sure I heard him as a construction worker or whatever.
Oh, that worked great. Him as a construction worker. Yeah, I tell you guys, you got the beams going up there, and you gotta be careful because you might find a potato chip that looks like Richard Nixon.
Well, it's funny too because the whole thing was that Riley, they were saying this, that she was going to be trans and she was going to be this, and it was like, oh well, Disney could do that. Nope, never happened. She was just a 13-year-old girl, and
she should be right.
Right.
I mean, when you're 13 years old, you got enough problems,
right?
Really.
And so they talked about things that she went through with her friends. Like, I don't want to spoil it if people are going to see it. I'm going to talk more about it some other time, whatever. But
now
she went through. Go ahead. Yeah.
Oh, was this character in the first film too? You're talking about this Riley?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, she was. And so what they did is they added more emotions. And the problem, of course, with that can be, are these new emotions going to become more important than the older ones? Because, you put so many characters on a screen that certain characters are going to become more important than other ones. So that can be a challenge always. Yeah.
Well, it's good to hear that they added that one.
They did. Praise. They did. I will give them praise for this.
And why? Because they went back to basics.
Yes.
Well, you know what? Let's take a look at Deadline here because they do have something on this weekend.
Shouldn't that be called On a Live Line? Let's be sensitive here.
Yeah, he was Fritz. John Ratzenberger. So yeah, I think he just had one line in the movie, if I remember. Yeah.
Oh, happy day! Inside Out 2. So filling it with 724 million worldwide international box office.
Yeah,
it's making money. It's making money
making a lot of
because of what I've heard, what Cash has said and other people have said, because it goes back to Disney basics.
Yes, it does. It does, and people clapped at the end because they really enjoyed it. Kids clapped. People, you heard laughing in the theater. You had parents you had teenagers there, of course. You had parents there. You had some younger kids there. Yeah, it was. So I know Bounding the Comics said it was unnecessary. Of course, they liked X-Men 97. Not that I'm hating on people that like X-Men 97. I'm just saying I just found it funny.
Like X-Men 97,
it doesn't have the entire weekend totals, but it's definitely talking about how it's making money, not just here in the States, and it's making money everywhere.
Yeah, I know, Jace. It is. If it's not Rebel Moon, I get it, Jace. I get it.
That's the only film of the year.
That's his film of the decade, man, for Jace.
The film is a film of his lifetime.
The film of his lifetime, man. He was hoping to be in Rebel Moon. Come on, man. Jace Pop's a bad dude.
Yeah. Oh, I can see him as a bad guy.
I'll keep it on Box Office Mojo to see when they actually do update. If we're still on, I will talk about it. If not, then I'll just try to find another source before we go off stream. And
yeah, man, no problem.
So let's get into this article, because this one, it intrigued me when Cash put it in the Pop Talk Discord.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what Nintendo of America needs to be smarter about things. Don't be stupid in attacking people, but yeah.
All right, so let's get this over to the Rumble side. I hope everybody is doing well, both on YouTube and Rumble on this Sunday. And this comes from That Park Place, and it's by an old friend from Bounding into Comics, John F. Trent.
Yep.
Hey, John.
And then we know somebody who's a contributor here too, right? Yeah. Who was on the show? Isn't Steven a contributor of this site, isn't he?
He does help make the thumbnails for
the thumbnails
Pro
right? That's
for
cool.
his YouTube channel.
Yeah, well, that's cool. Yeah,
he works for the guy.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, we got connections.
It says Nintendo of America manager James Wong describes gamers opposed to wokeness as angry bigots. Previously encouraged racism against white people. And before we get into that, we do have a member chat from our own Jason Fox. So I'm going to play this one.
All right, put the money in the bag. I'll buy that for $1.
I love that.
I love that, dude. I never get sold.
Yeah, and he says, I want to be Vakora and Rebel Moon. Like, come on, Snyder, put me in the cast. Hey, who doesn't want to be Vakora?
There's a death by Snoo Snoo.
Hey, you see me complaining? You hear me complaining?
I'm not.
So let's get into the meat and potatoes of this article here.
Yes.
James Wong, content production and systems manager at Nintendo of America, declared gamers who rightfully oppose wokeness in video games as angry bigots. He previously called for and encouraged racism against white people. Wong's comments came in the wake of ex-user Esco Trozi, Kochi, I don't know, questioning the current crop of video games, asking, so if it ain't DEI and corporate BS, why do modern games suck complete cheeks compared to the past? Are you defending the state of the industry? Ex-user Airbag responded, writing, 2024 is effing stacked with amazing games. And Dawn Trail isn't out yet. Oh, and Shadow of the Earth Tree isn't out yet. I've never even heard of that game.
It's the DLC of Elden Ring. Yeah.
Oh, that's why it's not on my radar. I haven't played Elden Ring. Oh, and Astrobot isn't out yet. Shut the F up. Wow, that's so nice and friendly there to someone you don't know on the internet. Isn't that so nice? Isn't that the epitome of 2024? Shut the fuck up! You know what you're talking about.
He's taking lessons from Tim Sheridan, man.
Oh yeah.
Hey Tim, how'd that comic go for you?
Yeah, he's got several boxes of it in his house. He uses for those boxes as a bed and a chair.
Wipe his ass with it, of course.
No, I'm not going to go there.
And Juan responded to this comment, writing, it feels like these angry bigots were better people before their con idols gave them terms they should get mad about, when those terms are concepts that have been around forever. He then added, you mean this thing like from 2000 is woke? Always has been. Oh, doesn't he sound like a friendly fella?
Well, it's the same thing. It's always been that way.
Yeah, they always that's their argument all the time. It's always been that way. Don't you understand? X-Men's always been that way. Not what you guys think it is, but whatever.
Right. they got a straw man argument in there saying that one little incident, and they're going to sit back and say, see, they were that way. Yeah, it's just one little thing.
Yep.
Unsurprisingly.
Yep. A bunch of Will Wheatons running around. Will Wheaton.
Was this guy masked in this picture, by the way?
Yes, Baron. You are seeing him wearing a mask.
When you see that on social media and you know the person's by themselves, you're just like, dude, why? Why do you? It's so ridiculous.
Well, when you're by yourself in your car too. Come on.
I know, sir.
Not that he's in his car in this picture.
I understand it happens, and maybe you want that mask on so you make sure when you're going someplace you have it on already. But
yeah, like
still,
when you break windows in a peaceful protest.
Right, jeez,
well, I mean, I have a mask after chilly nights, so I mean, but that's self-evident.
Oh boy, we can't take Baron anywhere.
We can't, man. We can't. No.
If you see me driving alone in a vehicle with a mask, you don't want to come around.
Unsurprisingly, one is an adherent of identity politics and attempts to weaponize language to push the ideology. Back in December 2020, he wrote, "I am the only one who's had a problem with the term PC master race because it feels like something a white person would say to make others feel inferior." Oh, come on. Even in the 90s, people were saying PCs were superior to consoles.
Yes. Yeah. Because of all the options, man. Come on, man.
That's why they were calling it PC Master.
I don't like these words anymore. I heard the word master. No.
Well, guess what? If you had two hard drives cache, one was referred to as the master, the other was referred to as a slave.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
Nobody took offense to it. I knew friends of different ethnicities who had two hard drives in their computers. They didn't take offense to it.
James Wong needs to shut up.
One of them taught me how to get your master hard drive to recognize the slave hard drive.
Yeah. Well, I guess you probably
that's how he put
I Dream of Genie. I bet. Don't watch I Dream of Genie there, bro.
He continued, much in the same way the computer terms master and slave don't live completely rent-free in my head. I know, weird. Dude, if it bothers you that much, then you need to be in some other industry.
All right. Later on, we're going to all send him I Dream of Genie pictures and said, do you know what these words mean?
In a follow-up, he added, it's
ridiculous.
More of a something socioeconomic superiority complex thing going on. Apparently, you're the one that has the problem, James.
Yeah, seriously.
A flex on having more money and accessibility than others, than implying that others won't, can't, or shouldn't. Huh? How do you get that?
More word
salad.
How do
you get that? You do realize that the majority of us work our asses off to earn our money, and we save it up so we can purchase things later on when we have enough.
What?
Hey James, tell me tell me any game, including stuff on Nintendo, is the base game is worth $70 of content. Please explain that one to me. I'd love to.
Yeah, and to answer TFC, yes, they did. They did.
Yeah, the Unreal. Yeah, Unreal Engine.
Yeah, Unreal Engine.
Mm-hmm. Epic Games. Yeah. Yeah.
He then linked to the Wikipedia entry for Master Race, writing, "I'm well aware that there's this too." You know what? I'm going to say it. This guy just seems like he has a stick up his ass.
He does, man. I feel like we all should send him a message and tag him later with I Dream of Genie and put the word master in there and see if he gets it.
Furthermore, in January 2021, he claimed writers at the White House on January 6th did not want people like him to live. He wrote,
Boy, here we go.
I wrote this in reply to
I think he's
the
been
solo
jerking
retweet.
Yeah.
But I'll say it here for posterity. These are fellow Americans who don't want human beings like me to exist. They may not say it, but the true intent lies within. They don't care about anything else and can't see that they're the sheep. Project
boy.
much? Project much?
It's Adam Sessler all over again, man.
Yeah,
Like those
yeah.
guys should be best friends. Just buddies.
They probably are.
Yay. Stupid.
Who is this guy? I don't even. Okay, I guess you know I don't know this guy, but I guess I don't want him to exist. Well, the way you shoot his mouth off, yeah, but that's one individual person, not an entire group.
Nope.
And I'm not saying anything, you know, I want anything untoward or anything like that, but it's like, come on, man.
I mean, there was DEI stuff before that they were saying in the hiring practices on their application of Nintendo of America. It's like, stop doing these silly things. Yeah.
He then listed
Go ahead. Yeah.
He then listed examples that he claims he was subjected to racism prejudice. First, he wrote moments that I can recall the strongest where I've experienced racism prejudice. One, rest stop diner between San Francisco and LA, a trucker cap wearing white man looked at me when I emerged from the restroom sitting down with coffee mug in hand. He looked at me and just shook his head.
Oh no!
Guess what, James? I'm a white person. I've had white people do that to me. We've all had somebody do that to us.
That's right. We have had white people. I have white people give other white people dirty looks. What? I've had other races give people dirty looks. I
give you a dirty look.
I know.
How were you dressed, by the way? How were you dressed, James? How were you dressed? I mean, I know they say, but you know, people do judge you by the words you use and how you present yourself.
Right.
So,
were you being a jackass in that place or what? Like don't
you are
think
right
that's
now?
the whole story. Right. Exactly. No. It's just because, yeah. Right.
2, on my move from Cali to Washington, I hate it when somebody calls California Cali.
Oh, come on. It's Cali, man. Come on, man. It's Cali. California.
While driving through Oregon, oh, come on. That's one of the most liberal states on the West Coast. I slowly drove based a truck with a banner that said diversity is a code word for white genocide.
Oh my
God. It set a
God.
tone for the rest of the day, and I was uncomfortable when I ate lunch alone in a small town subway. But here's the thing. How do we know any of this happened? How do we know?
Not the way he in his mind it did, but we don't know the whole story. And that's the this guy, dude.
And you know, if this guy has diversity as a code word, one person, you're gonna take that for everybody?
Right.
You saw one. That's all you can sit back and say. I saw one,
right,
and I went to a Subway looking at that 12-inch going, boy, I wish I had another 12-inch, but I guess I'll eat this one.
Right. Was he also was he looking for attention too, saying certain things? Was he had a shirt, something on his, I don't know. Or did people know who he was? Go ahead.
Yeah. What do you have on your car? What bumper stickers might you have on your car?
Right.
I mean, it's like, okay, you saw one person out of how many million in this country?
Exactly. One.
No, I'm not saying that that's the only one in the country. There's others that have.
He gave me dirty looks, and then I wanted to cry to my blankie.
My God, I get dirty looks all the time.
Yeah, I got some dirty looks from people. I got some look from a young black woman before because she seemed to be offended that I didn't want to put my groceries in. It's like, I don't work here. You know, I just, it was crazy. And what happened? It's like, that's the look she gave me. She's like, are you going to help out? It's like, you don't have to help out. That's the whole thing. They work there, guys. And guess what happened after a few weeks later? She wasn't there anymore. Not because of her race, because she wasn't a good employee. What?
Or was it her day off?
Or was it her day off, right?
Well, I don't know. I'm just saying.
I'm just saying.
You know what? I've worked plenty of jobs where I've come in on my day off.
Anybody can give you dirty looks. It doesn't matter if they're white people, black people, Hispanic people, Asian people, whatever. Yeah.
But look,
here's another thing too. I've also encountered people who look like they're gonna, just cause trouble because they're giving dirty looks, but they turn out to be some of the nicest people. Because all you have to do is say, hello, how are you? And
hello.
be sincere about it.
That's right.
Not like Cash, who's at the end of the in the line at the grocery store, cracking the whip like he's on some plantation somewhere. Boy, thanks for the representation, Cash. Just thank you.
No, I had even when people say funny things to you just out of nowhere, and it was like it's just funny to me, but it's always funny. It's like, I don't care who you are, just do your job. That's all. I'm not working here. Do your job. That's it. And this guy seems like he was.
You know what? I've had coworkers give me a dirty look just to warn me about a customer coming my way.
That's right. T-Gap.
That was our way of informing another. You got a ruly customer coming on the way.
You kind of give the eye
it wasn't a smile. It was the eye roll, or sometimes it was a straight up dirty look. It's like, okay, I know what that means. That's our code.
Hey, when I get a dirty look, I go, hey, my job is done.
There was a woman before she gave me a dirty look. I gave her one back. And then my friend said, why did you give her a dirty look? And I said, because she gave me one back. Because I gave her one back, whatever. It's
well, yeah, I mean, that's
you know what?
California.
I left a store one time, and there's this jackass as I was leaving who thought he was so great. And as I'm leaving, I say, don't get over yourself.
Yeah, seriously.
But customer or employee?
Yeah.
Customer. I was leaving the store. I didn't work at the store. I was leaving the store.
But I didn't know if the guy you were talking to, if he was an employee or
customer.
Yeah, it's stupid, man. It's just like, okay, yeah.
Daryl says had to work late yesterday.
Yeah.
Oh no.
This guy just seems like another entitled douchebag.
Yeah.
The way he says, "Oh, I got a dirty look." Well, then go cry to your blanket. You know?
Well, he even says here some more perspective. It's these same people who don't care about someone like me, but also younger children, youth, older people. They attack the meek with words and physical harm. It's so cold-blooded. I have to tell my parents in their late 70s to be safe. It's horrific.
What? Safe?
Dude, in this world, when you have to tell your parents to be safe at their age, yeah, you should. Be careful. If you need anything, call me. Even before my mom passed away, when she was going somewhere, I would say to her, be careful.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, keep your eye. I say that to my daughters all the time. Be careful out there.
Right.
Or, you're driving, be careful driving. And then I follow up. I'm not doubting your abilities. This is the other people I'm worried about.
This guy's he's acting like a victim again. Oh, somebody gave me a dirty look. Well, join the club, bitch.
It's because of the culture we live in right now, the victim mentality.
Yep.
Okay, you open the dictionary, look up the word pusillanimous, and you'll see that face right there. Which is where the word pussy comes from.
Oh, man.
Oh, gosh. Dude, we've all encountered assholes, bitches, pricks, whatever.
Grow up, bro. Do some more growing.
Honestly, listen, going through this one, there's more red flags over here on this guy that needs to be watched.
Yes.
Because this guy is unhinged. Absolutely fucking unhinged.
Yeah. I'm not reading the rest of these, but
no.
Hey,
who does he work for? Who does this guy work for?
He's a manager for Nintendo.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's a manager in Nintendo here in the United States
of America,
right?
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So this is gonna be cruel. I'm gonna sit back here. His name is James Wong. Wong is not a Japanese name; it's a Chinese name. So you have a Chinese man working for a Japanese company. So no wonder why. These Japanese and Chinese still don't get along with each other on most parts.
True.
And now you have this guy, a manager at Nintendo. Of course he's going to pull all this bullshit. He doesn't give a rip about his quote-unquote Japanese masters.
These are people who sit on social media all day and do this shit all fucking day.
What do you see your job is here? Well, as a manager, I'm on my Twitter telling people about how my feelings are hurt.
I know.
And how my horse dong is on delay from Amazon. I can't
Are you kidding? Who wants to hear me come on here, Rumble, Kick, or Twitch, and go, nobody's watching my content? Why aren't you guys watching my content? Am I not pretty enough for you?
No, you're not.
And people do that too. That's what's crazy. It's so ridiculous.
I know.
It's so bad.
I know.
Oh man.
Oh my word. These people are absolute friggin' morons.
Yeah.
I mean, you read through that thing and it's like you're the bottom, aren't you? Yeah, you've got to be the bottom boy. Yep. There's no other way around it. Yeah.
Well, their defense is always the same. Also, their deflection. Trump, January 6th, some other things. Oh yeah,
it's the same tired talking points we hear over and over again.
Always. Yep.
It has become a mantra. It's not even a talking
Everything's
point,
always been woke.
mantra.
What are you guys talking about? What are you talking about?
Sitting with their legs crossed and that little pose of meditation, going, January 6th, Trump, all white people are racist. Oh, I
let's group them all together. Let's group them all together.
Yeah, let's group everybody together, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Let's group one race all together.
You're taking my words and twisting the teacup. You've been around the channel long enough. You know that I happen to pause when I'm talking.
Oh man,
he's a ball buster. That's what he is.
I know. Well, you got to find the appropriate place to do your pauses, though, man. Yeah.
Well,
okay, this is a good spot to pause.
I feel like
Baird, I could just do the whole show doing a very bad William Shatner.
And of course, I can do the show like an NPR announcer here. Welcome to One Thing Consider, where we will not be leaving our bubble at all. We'll be telling you everything that everybody else has been talking about. So for the next 3 hours, please sit back and as we talk about the exploits of the Acolyte and how glorious it is and how these mean people out there, these people who are ists and phobes, are destroying such a piece of art, the greatest piece of art.
Extinction to all traitors!
I'm getting a dirty look now, people. Should I put that in a tweet?
Yeah, you could.
And I feel bad. Oh no!
Mike offended me today by playing that Transformers clip when I was talking.
I want to tag this guy and be like, "Are you friends with Will Wheaton?"
Will Wheaton.
See, they're the bottom boys. They're all lined up so the big bulls can come in and take their turns and stuff like that. But, I'm scared because when I leave the studio here and I take a look at my car, it says Mayberry Forever. And it's like, oh, my word.
Oh, no.
They're going to come and take over. Oh, no. They want us all to be like Andy and Opie.
Oh, man. It's so funny.
You're
gonna break Mike again, man.
You son of a bitch. I hope you heard that last part.
At least he didn't do "F you, Baron" like fast. Well, I get that a lot actually, but I still laugh at that.
Yeah, I don't know. Wongabong, long on the tongue. You gotta, dude. You gotta relax, bro. You gotta calm down.
He thinks he got a little Wong, but he don't. But he's got an innie. He got an innie Wong.
He needs to calm down.
I guess these are going to be the closest numbers that we get, but
okay. And I hope his estrogen regiment goes well for him. So
looks like
out there.
Inside Out is the number one
Not surprised.
movie for this weekend so far. Although these numbers aren't finalized, but 100 million for the weekend.
Yeah, deserves it.
Let me get this bigger so I can see the screen. There we go. Wow, Bad Boys, right? Nah, they didn't do that well this overall.
18 million.
Wow.
I'm gonna look up the budget for the Bike Riders. I'm just curious because I saw it. I thought the movie is a good movie. I think it's worth seeing. And
you're going. This isn't good enough. There's no James Dean, man. You gotta have James Dean. I'm a rebel, man. Rebel. Yeah.
He wore his
Marlon
jacket.
Brando. Yeah.
Mike
Marlon
wore his
Brando.
biker jacket too.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah.
It's like,
got a toothpick in his mouth.
What you got? Yeah.
The budget for Bike Riders was 40 million.
Oh, wow. Okay. And they've made so far 10. Okay.
Yeah, 10 million.
And this is the first week. So
yeah, this is only the first week.
And this is gonna it's gonna be a little bit of
yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll make their money back with international.
It might be. Yeah, it'll be an uphill battle, at least on the local.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah. Then you have the Garfield movie that made 3.6 million this weekend. It currently has 85 million. Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes made 3.6 as well, and it currently has 164 million at the box office.
Not really barn burners, if you ask.
No. If only made 2.7 million, and it currently has 106 million in total. The Exorcism, 2.4 million. Of course, it's new. Thelma. Then you got The Watchers and Right Here, Right Now.
Hey, and the Fall Guy really has not done well at
all. Oh no!
I hear it's a good movie. I hear mixed things about it, but I've heard it's a good movie. And even if the man who was originally in the Fall Guy, Fallout something else, is actually pops up at the end of the movie.
You talking about Lee Majors?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And Furiosa is not doing well either. I mean,
Furiosa is Furiosa may be the reason that Mad Max is completely dead.
It makes me cry. Is something wrong with him? Yes. I'm glad he went there. I wish I could have saw that one. Of course, you got the exorcism. That's what Mike wishes you could do when I'm around. It's like, call a priest. I'm not Catholic, but call a priest.
Call a priest.
The power of Christ compels you, Baron.
Yeah.
Something wrong? How dare you make fun of my name? Well, we make fun of our names, so there, yeah.
Yeah. But, let's give credit where credit's due. If what Cash is saying and other people are saying that Inside Out 2 goes back to Disney basics, then it should be doing well.
Yes.
I don't know. He didn't give a high rating to Rebel Moon Part 2. Which I've just heard as a barn burner.
I didn't either.
I don't know if I trust you guys'. I don't know if I trust you guys' judgment anymore.
Whoa. Hey, Barrett. You don't trust us guys, but you trust them guys, those guys, and these guys?
Yeah, since when are we in an echo chamber? Huh? See?
The Fall Guy, because of course Anonymous saw that movie too. So yeah.
And Heather. She doesn't get anything to say though. God, come on.
You have Heather Locklear in there.
Dude, every time you mention Rebel Moon, then right. You know what Jason's gonna say.
I know. I do. That's why I do it.
Well, you know what? He's saying Rebel Moon is king.
Yeah. Well, that's just like your opinion, man.
You're gonna really make me next Thursday very uncomfortable, aren't
you? Part 2.
Well, to be honest about this coming Thursday stream,
that's right. I'm not going to be there.
Yeah, we're unfortunately not going to be there. So
I forgot about that. Mm-hmm.
This Thursday stream, I'm going to keep that serious.
Yep. Oh yeah. I mean, don't expect there to be a couple laughs or not, but we're going to be absolutely serious about this.
Yes.
I am serious about this. If I wasn't so serious about giving a live reaction to what I'm hearing from both Biden and Trump, I wouldn't be doing this.
Yes.
I've never done a political thing like this before. Never.
Nope, me either.
So I find it fascinating, and I'm watching the talking heads from others on how they go in there and just blather, and even you don't get a chance to even hear what the debaters are saying. They're throwing their 2 cents worth and all that. No. It's I'm going to go in as unprofessional as possible. And I'm gonna get ready to have zingers for both of them. Be honest, I know who my man is.
Yeah, yes.
But I still know that there's gonna be sorry, because you got to be 100% honest about it.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
You really do. I want to hear, and I'll let everybody know what I want to hear. I want to hear what they're going to do for this country. I want to hear what they're going to do to get this country back on track.
Exactly.
For the economy, for housing, for food prices, gas prices. That's what I want to know.
Right. And see that is exactly what there is. I know they want to try to sit back and change the narrative to other things, but no, really, honestly, that's what it's about. It's the economy, dummy. As I think, wasn't that Reagan that said that?
I think so. Am I?
Yeah. And that's exactly what this is about. What we're looking at, and so it's something that should be looked at serious. I mean, I'll be straight front and forward here. I'm done laughing at Biden. I'll be 100% serious. I am done laughing at him. You know why? Because what I see there is a poor man being used, drugged up, pushed around. This guy is suffering elder abuse. And this is opinion, people. This is opinion from me now. So, but
I agree with that.
You got that right, Dark Helmet. How do you know? But no, I mean, it was funny when he was still somewhat, in his mind. I mean, take a look at what he was 3 years ago, or even before that when he was vice president. Just the 3 years and how much he's changed. Yep. And I'm concerned about that. And yes, that should be something, because both men, the orange
neither
man
one of them's a spring chicken. Trump's in his 70s. You got Biden in his 80s.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, Trump is knocking on 80. And Biden's like 81, 82.
Yes.
And so, I mean, they're only a couple years apart. But the thing is, between the two of them, I see which one has more recognition of the world around them. And that's a concern. Especially when you got a man with, whose fingers on the button, as they used to always say.
And also keep in mind, whoever Trump chooses as his running mate, you got to think that person is a split second away from becoming president. And if Trump were to pass away, especially at his age, same with Biden. But you also have to think about the Speaker of the House.
Right.
I still think Trump should pick a minority woman. I really do, as his VP. That's just my feeling.
Pandering. Okay, I see how that works.
No, don't you see why he should pick it, though, Barry?
I know why. Okay. I know why. Okay. I see many things.
Yeah, but he doesn't have to.
But that Swami, Swami, I like that Swami guy. He would be interesting. I know he doesn't have breasts, but I mean,
oh my god.
Well, that's half of what you're asking for, man.
I know.
But the thing is, for me, it's not because of any of that. It's who's the one that shot her dog on the farm? I think that's the one who should be.
Christy Nome?
Yeah, Christy Nome in there. I'll put you down like the dirty dog that you are.
You want to know what I don't want to hear from either of them? I don't want to hear either of them take cheap barbs at each other and avoiding the questions that are being asked, or get softball questions.
Right.
Yeah, I want to. Yes.
If it's one question, it's basically one question to the both of them.
Yes.
What are you going to do for the United States of America to get it back on track?
Right.
Because right now it's off track.
Right. It shouldn't be where Mr. President Biden, what's your favorite flavor of ice cream? Okay, Mr. Trump, blah 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 da 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 da.
Right.
It's like no. You ask him what's your flavor. Yeah. If you ask Biden what's your favorite ice cream, you ask Trump what's his favorite ice cream. If it's something that's
right.
I mean, I don't care. I mean,
no, I don't.
The questions
right.
have got to be asked to both the same one.
Oh,
because these are the same issues.
We'll see what shady stuff that these networks are doing, and they say, "Oh, that's not true." I'm like, right, sure."
Oh yeah.
I don't even want to hear their talking heads behind the desk after, and even before the debate.
Right.
Say their opinion. You know who I want to hear?
Fine. Yeah.
I want to hear everyone that we know, everyone who's in our circle, outside of our circle. I want to hear what the people have to say.
Right.
Which is why I know I usually don't promote myself first, but I am promoting this. We are going to be watching the debate on Thursday. This is going to be a Rumble only stream. I will put the invite link into the Pop Talk group on Twitter. If anyone else would like to join, DM me, and I will send you the link.
Right.
And I will have no political messages on my thing here, so I won't have like where I have the war room, which is promoting something. I won't have any presidential name there. I won't have any making fun of presidential faces on my thing. I know it's going to be 100%.
Right.
I mean, I just might put citizen.
I am a concerned citizen. I said in the beginning that when I started content creation, I wouldn't do anything considering politics. Well, the way things have changed,
yes,
I want to watch this, and I want to have something to say after I've heard everything from both of them.
Right.
Yes.
Because what is going on with this country isn't right.
Yeah. I'm sure you will, Anonymous. I'm sure you will.
We have fallen so far back.
Yes.
That I am deeply concerned for the country.
Yes.
Yeah.
We look at something like common sense now as a red flag. Are you kidding me? As dangerous, as violent. Give me a break.
I mean, the only thing we haven't had yet is oil embargoes, but I'm sure they're around the corner.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised. So, for anybody who would like to know when are we going to start the stream, we're starting at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time, 7:30 p.m. Central Time, and 5:30 p.m. Pacific Time.
Right. And again, like Mike said, I don't care about the other ones because I watch a lot of different sources from all over the world. I don't care if it's Fox, CNN, MSNBC, Sky News Australia, Arirang News out of South Korea, NRK out of Japan. I don't care. I mean, I just want to see, I want to have a nice direct lead with no talking heads and leave it to us.
Right.
Have these citizens debate, broadcast of the debate.
Yes.
Not network. Well, I suppose it's a network. It's a Pacific414 network special presentation.
Yeah. I mean, that can happen, Padawannabe. I can't say it doesn't, but
I know. I think amongst us it's going to be more discussion than argument.
Anonymous might come on. He'll be like, Ron DeSantis.
He'll pop on there. Ron DeSantis. He'll disappear. Kind of like
no. He'll do what he's done in the past. He'll pop on and go, Anonymous rules.
Oh yeah, Anonymous rules. Yeah,
like he's working on the Howard Stern show.
He'll either do that or he'll come on and say Anonymous 2024. But no, really, I'm concerned for this country, and I'm scared for the future of this country. I'm not going to hide it. I'm scared for the future of this country.
You should be.
Well, yeah, everyone should be concerned. I mean, it shouldn't come to this point. We should have been more concerned in following things as a people, because it's that right, and not be led around on a leash, being told who to vote for, because you're more interested in stats in football or baseball or whatever they can recite all these stats. But you can't say who is your governor or who is the vice. You don't even know who the vice president is, right?
True.
But it's like this is more important.
Yeah.
And the only time you get political is, either 4 years because you're a union or whoever says you got to vote this way.
Right.
And, and so you go in and switch that vote. Or if there's going to be, we need a vote to get a new stadium. Yeah, let's vote to raise these taxes for a new stadium or they're going to leave. Which, of course, my opinion is, bye.
You know what? Forget the new stadium.
Yes.
That money that you spend to build that stadium, you could go into one of your rundown districts and build new apartment complexes, clean it up.
That's why it's always better when that stuff is privately funded and there's no taxpayer money at all.
Well, yeah, exactly. All across the board. Give the incentives for them to go in there. Use the tax monies to make that area safer, as in increase patrols and various things like that.
Yes.
So the contractors can come in and start building and people feel safe. And that's what should be the concern.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's what the government's job is.
You have companies in California that are leaving California because of the crime rate.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You are.
Yeah.
You're having places closed down because of it. Yeah.
48. We have it here.
The minimum wage I saw recently is now being put on hold. Newsom came out recently. I'm like, yeah, really? Look, these things.
You think because that bill is going to bankrupt a state that already doesn't have money.
That's right. California is in massive debt. Could be worse, but it's bad.
Yeah. What do they list it as? It was the 5th largest economy, the state itself, the Republic of California. What is it now?
Well, speaking of that, apparently they did want to pass something related to reparations.
Yep.
They're all gung-ho about it.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And I heard it, and I'm thinking, where, pray tell, are you going to get this money from?
That's why I'm not going to stop beating that drum about, especially finding out recently that my grocery store has been robbed. I'm going to keep beating that drum because you lose those grocery stores, you're done for. You're in big trouble.
Food deserts.
Right.
We got them here in Twin Cities,
yes.
And they're all whining and crying. Well, what do you do to encourage it to be stopped?
Yeah.
Nothing. Nothing's being done.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you want to know why nothing's being done? Because it's being encouraged by state and local officials to go into those stores and rob those stores.
Right.
When there's not really a penalty, people feel they can do whatever the hell they want. That's not good.
Well, I mean, watching
not enough of a penalty, anyways.
Watching On Patrol Live last night, when they had like about 21 people come in and smash and grab a jewelry store out there in California.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it was organized too.
Yes, it is. There's like 7 or 8 people. They smash things. It's crazy. Yeah.
Well, yeah, but this one with the jewelry store was like 2021.
Mm-hmm. Oh, of course.
And they were, and they were organized for being 20-some people in there robbing this jewelry store.
Yeah. And I want to say hello to 2 guys talking. That is Anonymous.
Oh.
And of course, Rocco the Brave. Can't forget Rocco the Brave.
Oh,
right.
Oh, I see someone else that came in here.
Yeah, Snorty.
Snortapoopas! Stay away from Wolfspeck. Yeah, stay away from Wolfspeck. We like that penguin. Now, I know polar bears and penguins don't exist together, but
Hey, can we be friendly? Oh, shit.
So, do you like the fact that women want to hang around with you more than men, Snorty? I'm just curious.
But
Snorty's going to have a harem.
You know what? This is exactly right. Right here, Flipping Burgers makes as much as a trade now in California.
Right.
Yeah.
This is all worrisome. The violent violation and unaliving of a young girl by someone who came in illegally, who did the same thing to his girlfriend, I believe it was, back in Venezuela, and processed to be on tours to another woman before this. Traveling from Texas to New York, it was, I believe, going like 1,800 miles where he did this deed. Oh, okay. Okay. We want these people in this country. I'm sure he's going to be an astronaut or a doctor or, you know, or engineer.
Yeah. But it's why I'm concerned for this country. It's why I'm going to be watching the debate on Thursday. And I'm going to be critical of both of them. If I don't hear what needs to be said, I'm going to be critical of both of them.
Yeah, as you should.
Even if I'll be honest, even if I do hear what I want to hear, I'm going to question it.
Of course.
Right. Are they sincere?
Yes.
I mean, you know, yeah. I mean, both. You know, is this truly a sincere thing? So,
yes.
Are you sincere about this, or are you just trying to get the votes?
Right. I want your vote.
I like the vote of everybody here.
Vote with your likes, people.
Yep.
But is there anything you gentlemen would like to say?
Anything.
Anything. Anything at all.
Anything.
Anything? No.
Somewhere out there.
I'm just saying that, you know, just keep believing in common sense, facts, and don't just agree with facts because it fits your narrative. Facts are still facts. Science is still science. And once we get back to all this, I know, our country will start getting better again. And then, like Jay said, whatever happens in America, it will affect these other countries in the world. So.
Oh yeah, it always does.
Always does.
Yeah. I guess this is what I gotta say.
That's right. I said, I ain't giving you no 350, you goddamn Loch Ness monster. Get your own goddamn money.
I gave him
a dollar.
But I want to answer this question.
Yeah,
because I don't know if it's Apion or Rocco.
Yeah, I'm not sure who it is either.
Asking this question, but I'll address it as if it's both of them. Yes, we do need younger. We do need an age limit.
Yeah. Trump has been the exception because he's been older, and Biden too. And
one thing I always talked about with my mom, because we did talk about politics every now and then.
Okay, so yeah.
But during the 2020 election season, and even before that, we were both saying with Biden and Trump, they're too old to run. And the person who's running for president needs to be between the ages of 45 and 65.
Yeah.
Well, you know, my opinion comes on that one is, of course, we do have that age limit, which is perfect. You have to be, 30 years old to be, or 40 years. Is it 30 years or 40 years old? Or 35? I think it's 35.
35.
35. Thank you. Yeah. My brain's slowly working on that one. So, you know, we got that age limit because they want to have someone who's at least had some experience before taking the office of the land. When they start getting into the age category, well, again, that's on the voters out there.
Right.
Why are you going for, when you're screaming about all these old men, why are you voting for them then? Or saying, hey, Rocco, and why?
Yes.
So some of it, it's your fault out there, people. It's your fault.
I mean, but
I remember everyone talking about Reagan, right? Oh, he's too old. I mean, for crying out loud, Reagan was in his, if I remember right, 60s when he started.
Right, and that's.
And they were saying he was too old.
Oh, I'm sure.
No, I mean, obviously he was on the ball for the whole thing. So I think when you start getting up to the age thing, I think there should be a check, though.
Yes,
there should be a cognitive test. As you're getting older, and there's nothing wrong with that because me as an employee, have to go into a place and get a little checkup, pee in a cup, that sort of stuff. Depends on what job I'm getting. The president should do the same thing too. Especially when you get up to the older age.
Anybody running for political office should get that test done.
Right, I agree. And it's just like the whole question is always, were you better off 4 years ago? And if you feel you were, then guess what? Then you know who to vote for. It's really that simple.
See, I'm a little, still have that libertarian inside of me. I'm talking about small L, not necessarily big L. Libertarian ideals. I don't like having laws where you're capping things. So you can only have two terms you can only serve. Meanwhile, Congress can have all it wants. Right. So my opinion about that, well, you're gonna get rid of the one for the president.
Exactly.
Or give it to the whole lot.
Yeah.
And I'm a constitutionalist enough that wants to have the senators, basically the states are the ones that put this Senate there. It's not even a vote. So you have to watch what you're doing on your own level. They're appointed there. That's why they have 6 years and less power than the Congress, who has 2 years and more power.
Yes.
Remember, it is the guy who's up there as the Speaker of the House that's third in line.
Yeah,
you have to keep that in mind.
Always.
But you know what? A lot of people don't understand that crap.
No, they don't want
That way you have to look at the people that you vote for that's coming. More, what's more important is getting the people in the Congress than the president.
Yes.
Because the congressman is your voice in a representative republic.
Yep.
Which we are.
Right. That's what we are. Constitutional
Civics 101.
Mm-hmm.
But of course, a lot of those numbskulls out there don't understand that. You do have the power.
Yes.
No one is holding you back. And yes, you should verify who you are when you go voting.
Yes.
That is not anything. That's not an thing at all. It's not holding anybody back.
No. Because when you talk to other people, you need an ID to buy alcohol. You need an ID for your car to drive one.
Cigarettes.
Cigarettes, yeah. And that's why that whole thing in Georgia was a bunch of nonsense. Like, I know we don't usually get into politics. It's just more and more, we're getting closer to the time, and just use your brain. Look, I want to believe everybody has a brain out there. Use your brain. If you feel you were better off 4 years ago, then that says something. Then you know who to vote for. If you feel you're better off now, I don't know what to tell you. If you feel that go ahead. Yep.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hey, I was just going to sit back and say, if you think that the election was stolen by bad orange man, then you should demand to have voter registration and showing ID.
That's right.
If you truly think that he stole the election from Hillary, like Hillary is going around, everyone wants to talk about how Trump was talking. Do you forget what Hillary was saying? Exactly. She was saying worse stuff. So if you truly think that Trump stole the election, you should be for voter ID.
That's right.
You should be for going up there and showing that you are a voting member and that your vote is cast and someone else didn't steal your vote.
Exactly. And if you think that because you feel that, Trump did this and Trump did that, then why is Hillary Clinton still going around and saying Russia collusion all the time? That I'm just saying, I'm just making the point, but I know this hurts people's feelings because number of people, because they don't like to hear the truth about stuff. Hate to break it to you, we're not going to be an echo chamber here on any of our channels ever.
No,
we don't want to be an echo chamber.
I've told both of you straight up, I don't want Pop Talk to turn into an echo chamber.
So it's me and these two commies.
Gosh. Whatever topic we're talking about, we don't want ever to be an echo chair. You want to echo chamber. If you want to challenge us, great. We don't care. We're not going to shun you.
No.
There's no point of that. Now, if you're going to tell us things like, oh, everything is doom and gloom and stuff, we're probably going to disagree with you on that because that's not true.
Because the chemicals in the water are turning the freaking board gay.
And Rocco's exactly right. You need to present your ID when you buy cough syrup.
Right.
Yeah, right.
Right. I mean,
you need to present your ID in some stores to buy alcohol, even if you are of age, even if you're above the age.
Even if you're shuffling looking like Joe Biden, you got to show your ID.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's a crypt keeper. Oh, no, sorry, Mr. President. No, no, but But honestly, it's a thing that this is a serious thing, and
Yes.
my opinion goes. First of all, voter ID is not racist. If you go out there
No.
and start saying that because black people can't get that because they're poor and all that, that is the most racist thing I have ever heard.
Exactly.
That is the most disgusting thing I've heard.
That's right. And when they
have it for everything else.
When they talk to black people in Georgia, they said, "Do you have a problem with this?" No, they don't. And yet people will still tell you to this day that voter ID is considered racist. It's insane.
Well, that's because they don't have
and let's also keep this in mind. All politicians, I don't care what animal represents them, but all politicians talk down to us.
They do. They do. There are some that care, but it's hard to find them because there's not enough of them. That's the problem. There's not enough of them. And look, however you feel about people like Dr. Fauci, I'm just going to say, look at the facts. It'll tell you everything you need to know about him. Look at the facts.
We had someone come into Wednesday's Pop Talk who said that they lost their mother.
Yes.
They lost their mother shortly after getting the jab because she was going on a cruise.
Right.
Right. Yeah, that's what they said. I mean, we can only.
You can go back to Wednesday's Pop Talk.
Yes.
I mean, we're still having sudden death syndrome happening around there. They just took out a chef out in a famous one in New York. And they say, all of a sudden, just, it's like, everything seemed fine till that. It's like, sudden death. Oh.
And another big problem, of course, with this country is you believe everything the media tells you. No, don't do that. Don't be a drone. No. Don't be a shill. Don't be a drone or shill for any of this stuff, including entertainment. Because you're just letting the companies, the government dictate whatever you do. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Look how they.
And if you like this stuff, that doesn't mean any of us on this panel hate you. I always want to make that clear.
No,
nobody hates you.
I want to hear why you like
Star Wars, new Doctor Who. We want to hear why you like this exactly. Or
I don't want anybody's existence to disappear.
No, I don't. We're not going to shun you, tell you we want to keep you quiet like other channels do, like other people do, because unfortunately that goes on. Not with everybody, but there are channels out there that want to shun you because you don't agree with what they agree with. That's not us.
Cash Baron and I have heard why the Padawannabe likes X-Men 97.
That's right.
Yeah. Good for him. I mean,
I'm glad it made him happy. I'm glad it made him happy. Yes.
It made him happy, especially after what he saw in season 5 of the original series. To him, it made up for season 5 of the animated series from the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
It met all his expectations.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Good. And I'm not saying that sarcastically. Good.
Mm-hmm.
It should.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
that's Phil. He hates everything.
Yeah, well, we can't explain Phil.
Phil, there's only one person he likes. That's Leah Rose.
Well, he liked Babylon 5.
Yes.
I know Babylon 5 isn't a person, but he does like Babylon 5.
Yes.
But, gentlemen, is there anything you'd like to promote for yourselves before we get out of here?
I guess, this week I'm basically booked up with you guys, so I'll let you guys talk.
All
right, Cash.
Yep. Well, of course, we have our multiplayer stream next Friday at 6:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I think we'll be back with more Dark Tide. It just all depends on Baron's daughter. If she doesn't want to play that week, we'll play something else. But
my little blonde-haired Moppet.
Yes, the Moppet. Yes. If she wants to play that, cool. If not, then we do something else. Probably in the next few days, because Phil and I have been talking about it, and usually it'll probably be around I don't know if it'll be probably around like 1 p.m. or later. I don't know. It might be 6 or 7. It depends. It might be even early in the morning, like 1 a.m. It depends who people are up and if it fills up, because we did do an earlier stream before with 76, and I'm going to do another Fallout 76 stream with him soon. We were thinking about doing it yesterday, but it's like I want those things always scheduled at least a few hours before we're actually going to do the stream. I don't want it to be like an hour. I know structure. What? Yeah.
I don't believe in structure.
Sure, Baron. And then, of course, there's a video or two that's coming out soon. So, yeah. And
you've been saying that for a month and a half now.
Yeah, but this is not about the Star Trek stuff. This is other stuff that I'm working on. So the videos aren't done until I feel they're done, Baron. That's how I am. Just like Mike. If they're not done, they're not done.
I'll use that excuse.
It's true.
I'll use that excuse.
No excuse.
I know there's no excuse.
It's just that I've basically found I didn't before care much about doing like these videos, but I've been getting a lot more passionate about a lot of different topics, and I've got to speak my mind up more, just like I did with the Star Wars Outlaws video. I didn't expect to make a video of that, but I saw where that game was going, and I'm like, are you guys fucking kidding me, Ubisoft?
Well, I know more than you do.
That's what they'll claim, I'm sure. But yeah, that's what's coming up on the Phantom Hooligans, and then I don't know if Mike and I will find another game that we'll play after Double Dragon.
Well, you know what I was thinking, Cash?
Yeah,
we got the B ending in Double Dragon, but we need to get the real ending in.
I know we got to beat the mayor.
Yes. So
Yeah.
I was going to ask you after stream, but I might as well ask you on stream. Are you up for playing Double Dragon again? But this time we get the other ending.
I mean, would it be worth it? Yeah, it might be. Yeah, we could do it.
Yeah.
We'll just pick a week or something to do it. That's fine.
Yeah.
Sure you will.
Anything else
we
coming
will.
up for you, Cash?
Nope, that's all for now.
All right, and as far as Pacific414 is concerned, just know that even though today's title said "Just Win," we're never gonna win here on Pop Talk. I know myself. I have to know what topics we're gonna talk about and what order we're gonna talk about those topics in. Otherwise, I'm gonna drive myself crazy looking for articles during the show. And
you like doing that?
I like having structure. Same with having the schedules out. I like to try to get it out.
It's good
on Saturdays when I know exactly what I'm going to stream on what day and on what platform. Organization. But what's coming up on the YouTube channel and Rumble channel for this week? For Tuesday, it'll be part 5 of Dark Forces. And I'm going to see how far I can get through that. I know I have one particular level that I'm going to get to that's going to frustrate the you-know-what out of me.
Yeah. Worse than an alt, or
Yes. Worse than that.
Yeah, that is a pretty bad one.
It's Jabba's ship. I hate that level. But that'll be Tuesday at 6 p.m. Eastern on both the YouTube and Rumble channel. And then, of course, we have the Wednesday edition of Pop Talk that is scheduled. As soon as I find articles, which I'll probably look for them tomorrow night, I will post them in there. This way you can see what we're going to be talking about for Wednesday. But in all circumstances, it is up and ready to go. Just have to put the articles in there. So that'll be Wednesday at 6 p.m. Eastern on the YouTube and Rumble channel. And then Thursday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern, 7:30 p.m. Central, and 5:30 p.m. Pacific time over on the Rumble channel only will be our live reaction to the presidential debate between President Joe Biden and former President Donald Trump.
This is going to be a momentous thing. We haven't seen two presidents go at it like this. Well, since Theodore Roosevelt did back against Taft and Woodrow Wilson. But before that, remember, we did have a president that served 2 terms non-consecutively. So
Mm-hmm.
You want to live in interesting times and want to live in history? Well, there you go.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think we are. And I want to thank each and every one of you for coming by today and showing your support for not only the show, not only for us, but for your fellow YouTubers. Greatly appreciate it. And I want to thank Rocco the Brave for coming by under his name and also his and Apion's channel's name, Two Guys Talking, where you can find their series Two Guys Talking, where they talk about movies, TV shows, any topic that they have scheduled for that day. And of course, everybody's favorite polar bear, Snortopoopas Cuber. Good to see you, Snorty.
Snorty!
I also want to say thank you to Jason Fox of 540 Studio for your member chat. And speaking of members, thank you to TGAPSB for gifting the 5 Pacific414 memberships. Greatly appreciate that. And everybody's favorite penguin besides Punk Waddle, Low Spec Linux Laptop. And of course, I'm going to play it.
Do it.
He says he hates it, but I know he secretly loves it.
Anonymous. Anonymous. Anonymous.
That's for you, Clobby.
Yep. Oh.
Yep. If it wasn't for Clobby over on Clobbering Times and Anonymous telling us about that, then that clip would have never been created.
You did it to yourself, Animos.
And Tommy Fox, thank you very much. Greatly appreciate it. Prismatics, it was good to see you. Always nice to see you. Phil McCracken. Yeah, Phil.
Yeah, I know. He always wants us to fail all the time.
And the Padawannabe was here as well. And I'm just going to make sure I haven't forgotten anybody else over on the YouTube side. Then I'll double check the Rumble side to make sure I've got everybody over on that side as well. Because I try not to ignore anybody. I know sometimes during the game stream, it's hard to look at the chat and then, look at the game. And I also want to thank Daryl the Derelict, who was gifted a membership. Thank you to T-App Steve.
Daryl, one of us.
Daryl! Let's see. I want to make sure I've got everybody. So I'm just scrolling through here. Yeah, I really wish StreamYard would incorporate Rumble too. But funny thing is, some people who have their Rumble channels linked to their StreamYard, they're able to see their Rumble chat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Arlena was saying something about that on Wednesday.
Yeah.
You need to talk to her. She says she knows how to do it. So.
And I don't see any names over on the Rumble side, but I'm sure we had plenty of lurkers. And I wanted to say to anybody who lurked on either the YouTube side or Rumble side, thank you very much. We appreciate you all. If you like what you saw, please share out the video. Subscribe to Cash, Baron, and myself. And as always, don't ever give up on me in a game, because just when you do, you might miss something. Take care, everybody.
Take care.
Autobots,
bye-bye.
Transform and roll out.
Pop Talk is where it's at, baby.
I feel bad we didn't play this one all today.
I call bullshit.
Sorry, George. Next time.
Oh, we can't always play them all, even if we try.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
From Kraken, worst troll ever.
And real quick, because I saw that we have a new comment, so...
we're still on here? Oh.
Yeah, we're still in the air for the moment. Later, partner. Later, y'all.